because you don't want to drink it all now.
Okay, so drink it all now. So we're starting with this. Welcome to the Red Lion Live. I am Nick E. Dixon. I'm joined by my two co-hosts as usual. What's your name over there, brother? You over there.
I'm called
He's
Mike.
pointing at you.
I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you. And what are you called down there?
Alan.
Right. Great. We got through that. Great. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Literally, this is Red Line Live. We just talk about anything geeky. Recently, we've been following what Disney Plus has got to offer. So we critiqued WandaVision, we critiqued Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Disney just said, "Okay, we're going to give you a few weeks until Loki." So now we've had to come up with our own shit to do. Thank you, Disney. Thank you very much. So we've decided, at the moment, what better else? Like, lockdown is about to, basically it's easing at the moment. It's not ending, but it's easing. So one of the things that they're allowing at the moment is people in groups of 6 to go inside venues, restaurants, cinemas, things like that. Now, we go to cinemas quite a lot, or we did before all this bullshit happened. So, but the prospects of going back to the cinema have made us go, okay, all right, so what do we want to watch? And what do we want to watch? What are we going to do to decide what we want to watch? We watch trailers. So that's what we've been doing now. So this is going to be a very kind of heavily trailer-themed episode. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. Before we get into it, though, guys, really quickly, I'm going to go a little bit serious just for a second, not to ruin what's politicking you off. I presume it's going to be on tomorrow, 3:00. Sarcasm City. Join Mike Good over there. He's on What's Politicking You Off with a great panel, including the lovely Linda, who always joins us as well. She's probably going to jump in the comments as well. And also, don't forget the Pod of Mercy episode that's just come out featuring Mike as well. Mike and Linda are doing a lot of shit together, bro. I'm getting a bit jealous, Mike. What's that about?
Just because I'm a nicer person than you?
Well, it's true, though. It's true. I mean, no one's going to argue that. No one's going to argue that. And you're a dick. And you're a dick.
Absolutely fair.
You know what I mean? So to say that is, but it's still true. So make sure you catch Pod of Mercy as well, featuring Mike. Make sure you catch the one before as well. Pod of Mercy just come back, and I'm so happy to say it's featuring both my boys. So it's featuring Alan, it's featuring Mike as well, and they're fucking hilarious on it. Make sure you do catch that as well on the Pod of Mercy. You can catch on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to listen to it as well. And also, What's Politicking You Off tomorrow, 3:00 or 3-ish on the Sarcasm City channel, also featuring Mike. Alan, you're not doing much though, really, aren't you? Because you've got the big fucking pay rise, Mr. fucking blue suit and briefcase now. You know what I mean? You've forgotten your mates. Why aren't you doing What's Politicking You Off?
I have got a blue suit.
I bet you have. I'm
not a briefcase wanker though.
Are you not a briefcase wanker?
Nah.
You sure?
Nah.
Bag.
No, I've got a laptop case, but that's not the same, is it? Like that's different. I mean, I suppose I probably look like a bit of a wanker when I'm carrying it.
Is it on wheels? Do you have a laptop case on wheels?
It's not on wheels, no.
Get one on wheels so I can show you a full-blown briefcase wanker.
Like a proper massive wanker.
When is your birthday? When is your birthday?
My birthday's very near yours, Nick. You should know this question. You should know the answer to this. Well, I know yours.
But we've already established. But we've already established that I'm a dick. And I think I do kind of know roundish where your birthday is, but just for this,
so yours is the 19th, right?
Oh, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, gentlemen, it's a bit awkward. Do you know when someone knows you and you know you've met them, but you can't remember their name? This is that. It's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alan, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, I was going to say let's get you one of those for your birthday, but that's blown up in my face, and now I've got to get you 2 things to apologise for this little thing that's going. We'll discuss.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Fuck the briefcase off and just buy me a beer, lad.
I'll probably have to get you a couple. Right. Okay. Guys, really quickly though, I'm going to get a little bit serious, and like I was saying before, not to tread on what's politicking you off, but so lockdown's easing, yeah. So we're allowed to now go into places to go in groups of 6 from 2 households, I believe. So 2 households,
in groups of 6 people.
Yeah, 6 people. Yeah, but 6 people, but only from 2 households. Is that not the case? So it can't be from more than 2 households. I thought it was 6 people or 2 households. If you guys know, check it in the chat. So I'm not too sure. But anyways, but at the same time, in Bolton, I was watching in the news today. The new variant. I'm not going to call it the Indian variant, but the new variant that that is stated started in India. It has now spread over here. So actually now the levels of coronavirus cases have doubled since last week. Do you reckon? So what's your opinions on that really quickly? Because obviously So everything's easing, lockdown's easing, but coronavirus rates are getting higher. Do you think this makes sense?
I'm in Bolton, so that's where I am now. I'm on a BL postcode. That's where I currently live. So I think the rate's at like 250 odd. I think the lowest in the region is Bury at 20. So it shows the difference, and Bolton's massively above everywhere else. It's been high right through. So I live in Kersley, which is in Bolton. Kersley was a hotspot in lockdown too. That was fucking ridiculously high. Bolton's just constantly stayed high. There was like, obviously Bozza was like, doesn't know if we're good, because Nicola Sturgeon's put restrictions on Glasgow and somewhere else in Scotland. I can't remember where else it was. Saying that, and their rate is far lower than Bolton's. She's done it like an hour before Bozza as per. So I mean, I feel like he's probably going to leave Bolton in like a soft lockdown, but he said he might not if the hospitalisation doesn't, or like people getting seriously ill from it stays the way it is, because there's like not a lot of people are going into a hospital, not a lot of people are getting really poorly with it.
That is true.
So
it's just the cases that
you can kind of understand the rationale a little bit if the reason that we were in lockdowns before was because it could potentially overwhelm the NHS, and if people aren't going into hospitals, then it's probably not going to overwhelm the NHS. But I don't know. Like I say, I live here, but I'd still probably prefer to be in a bit of a soft lockdown, because just because no one in Bolton's getting poorly and going into hospital doesn't mean that that's not going to spread everywhere, and the rest of Manchester or the rest of the country aren't going to overwhelm the NHS or people get poorly and go into hospital. You can't take a really small fraction of the country or a really small portion of the country and go, well, they're not getting ill, so probably everyone else will be all right.
Is going to be all right. Yeah, and kind of on that, so Mike, we'll get to you in just a second, but on that same breath, did we not go through this before? So did we not start to ease lockdown at a point where coronavirus cases were rising?
Bolton was out for like a day. I think it was like 13 hours or something like that. We went into fucking tier 2 and then went, oh no, shit, we fucked up. We'll go back in, put them back in for tier 3. Yeah. So
do you not feel like the government making the same mistakes?
Yeah, but that's just typical. That's fucking typical, isn't it? That's just it is always with the government, is just history repeating itself time and time again. They do not learn. They do not make the same. They do not learn from the mistakes. They constantly make the same mistakes. They'll just dress it up different.
Yeah, which they are. Mike, let's hear from you, pal. What do you reckon about this whole thing?
Oh, it's going to be difficult for him. But that's the case with anything, because at the rate the vaccine rollout's going at the moment, you would think that should probably stop us going at the whole country going into a full-blown lockdown. But it's not just the one place. It's Bolton and Blackburn up here, and I think
so Bolton, Blackburn, and Darwin, and then then a couple of places down London, I think.
Well, they just put London as a title. Yeah, they just said London. Yeah,
so
big fucking place, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
If that's the only areas, don't you think they're just gonna? If you ease everything out, people are gonna travel more, so those areas are gonna get bigger. So it seems ridiculous to be easing shit up at the moment when we know this variant about.
Yeah, agreed. This is the kind of the point that I wanted to make, and really, I was watching it today, and I was kind of I was getting the trailers ready for for this evening, just to kind of rewatch and see if there's anything else out there that we could talk about. And one thing that I found myself having is a conversation almost with myself watching the news today, and I was just like, well, I'm really looking forward to going back to the agreed. But I said, I'm really looking forward to going back to the cinema with you guys. Really looking forward to going out with Briggsy and getting a bougie meal somewhere. I'm really looking forward to being out with my mates, a whole bunch of us, all of us, and just having a good time, and it to be okay to do this, not to be too bad. To give you a big fat hug again, that's what I miss the most. You know what I mean? Just to hug and that kind of the cheeky, exactly, that cheeky stroke that you give me behind me ear. We won't get into that, but I'm missing all of that. I'm missing all of that contact. But then I also thought, fuck me, is this really the right time for it? We've done this before, and it always happens now. It always happens when we're easing restrictions. There's always seems to be an increase in cases, and I'm thinking, well, fuck me, you know, as much as I want to go out and do this stuff, it always happens at a time where, you know, the people most want to go out. They dangle the carrot, and then the COVID cases start to go up, and then of course they're gonna double because now they've eased restrictions, so people are going to be socializing. They're saying you can hug again. Great, you can hug, but fuck me, if there's a new variant, is this not just going to increase spreading? What's the point? Like, why do it now? But why is it always this at this time? Why is it always this coincidence? This is what I'm asking. Do you reckon there's anything? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's always happening at a point where it's just starting to rise again. Like, why?
There is a weird theory that if they can sow enough chaos, it keeps people off the scent of how bad they actually are. And I think there's a lot of that involved. Like, because they can blame that on the public.
Yeah, it's a common enemy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what and they'll pin it on us and not on themselves by lifting stuff up. Everyone thinking that they can go and do back to doing stuff because you've lifted restrictions. And then you've got the Tory backbenchers, what will argue it's about the economy.
Yeah, of course they will. But we've got a lot of people as well. There's a few interviews, and fuck me, I don't know.
What the fuck was that? Did a car just drive through your fucking house?
Yeah, they did. I've got my French doors open. So I'm just driving by outside.
Fuck me.
I'm about to go out again. That's right, turn off that fucking motor, you cunt. Yeah, no, there's a few interviews today, and a lot of people were saying they're not for a lockdown. And most people were saying they don't back another kind of local lockdown or kind of national lockdown at all. And I just thought, well, why not? Like, surely this stops it. We've just had one, and it proved effective. Why not?
Death cult. It's as simple as that. It's
doesn't make any sense.
They put economy above people. Like, it's as simple as that. It's literally that. It's a fucking wild death cult, the UK.
Yeah, no, and Linda's you're absolutely right, Mike, and Linda's making a good point. Do you think it's worse to be in and out of lockdowns and get a taste of freedom every few months, or just be in lockdown for 8 to 10 months? Just rip the Band-Aid off, as far as I'm concerned. Just literally, like, let the fucking shit heal, and then when you're done, just get rid of it, and that's it. You know, I'd rather just not have this taste of freedom for a long period of time and then go into it. It's worse. It's worse. It's like running for me. Like, when you run for a long period of time, you stop for a second, you feel that relaxation coming. And if you've got another 10 miles to go, you ain't really going to make it. You know, it's better if you just go through the whole thing. It's the same thing. You just need to get on with it. If you get a taste for it, you're going to want it more. And then if you go back into lockdown again, it's going to make the whole process just seem more torturous.
It's like day drinking. Yeah. You don't have a break because then you don't really want to carry on.
Yeah,
again.
day drinking because then you pre hangover sets in.
Yeah, it does. You just need to power through it.
Yeah, you don't want an headache at 4 PM. Just keep.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. I think that's how he says it.
Wow. I think you need to do that. I've never said it like that before.
I've been working on it all week. Been trying to sound as much like you as I possibly could. I was like, how does he say it? I've been practicing it in the car. I've been filming myself,
watching it back over and over.
Rewatching just the beginning of every episode just to try to perfect it. I feel
that's kind of weird. That's kind of, I can imagine you like an editing suite, just me like, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. You writing it down.
I won't tell you what else I'm doing while I'm rewatching it.
I kind of want to know. No, I don't. All right, okay, cool. All right, well, that was that. Anyways, I don't know if you guys are going to be talking about that or anything around that tomorrow. But it's just an interesting conversation. I thought I'd like to have with you guys just to get your thoughts.
There is something that I do want you to talk about tomorrow because I want your opinion on it, but I'll message you later. Just because, I don't want because I don't know fuck all about politics, so I've got like kind of a feeling, but I just want to know if my feeling is based anywhere in logic or if it's just me being a
say it, mate. None of us, mate. That's why I'm saying this shit now because we can get away with saying what the fuck we like on there, mate. Like tomorrow's program is not the place for like smart, like stupid questions. It's only
that's what I mean. So
so you might as well ask a stupid
I'm a fucking idiot. So
yeah, might as well just say it here.
Tomorrow.
Just say it here.
No, I don't, because I've seen something the other day about Andy Burnham potentially being the next Labour leader, and I feel quite good about that. But I don't know if that's just me being stupid or if that is actually a sound political choice.
I get why you'd feel like it is just because of what he's done for Manchester, well, Greater Manchester area, but his career before that, when he was running, he was quite a centrist, quite a bit of a Blairite. But I don't know if his stint within local politics would have changed that opinion, because what he's preaching on a local level, it seems very different to what he was like before. From what I
love you, Linda. Yeah. Sorry, I should have just trusted. I will. So yeah, right. So I'll just watch tomorrow like I do anyway, because it's just a shit ton of fun. Like it is serious, but it's really intelligent and thought.
We're stepping on toes, mate. We're stepping on toes. We're stepping. This ain't our show. This ain't our show.
Just watch it's politicking you off. That's all.
Watch what's. Mate, this is basically us advertising your show tomorrow. We're just kind of mixing it into like the film stuff. But let's get on to what we're doing. Let's just get on to what we're doing. No, seriously though, watch what's politicking you off. The actual answers to these, not just us asking ridiculous questions or whatever, not knowing what we're talking about. But it was just my opinion to this. I just want to know if you guys felt the same. Like, if it was coincidental that this shit's happening. For me, it kind of seems like common sense. Like, don't ease lockdown if the fucking
shit's getting wild again.
Yeah, shit's getting wild again. It just seems a bit stupid. But.
Right, okay.
Well done. Yeah, good stuff. Right, but let's get on to what we actually know, and that's fucking films. So there's a bunch of trailers that I sent you guys to watch, and there's a bunch of trailers that dropped this week as well. We're going to tell you guys what they are. So after this, just make a note. I'm not going to drop the link in because lazy, but I will tell you what they are. Just make a note of them, and then go and watch them after the show, and then obviously you guys will decide what you want to say about them. If you haven't seen them already, then wow, Alan started already. If you have seen them, then get involved in the chat and tell us what you think about them as well. Shouts to Connor as well, mate. He's been joining us for a few weeks now as well, mate. Nice to see you again, brother. Hope you've got a pint in your hands and having a drink with us. I was going to say something before. Drink. You guys. So I feel like I'm the pioneer in something here, because something's happened today, and we've all got something a little bit different to kind of wet our palates with, haven't we? So what have you guys got to drink today?
I went and lost my mind in holiday and bought every can I could.
So what have you started
apart from the racist Native American one, I weren't buying that one just out of principle.
Good for you. But I am going to say that got a solid 7.5. It lost points because of the racial stereotype, the full racism. Yeah. But it tasted all right. It tasted pretty good. Yeah, if you get past the racism, refreshing drink.
Yeah, I still want to try the dark ale one that you had that looked like a Guinness. That looked so that you said was like a 10. Like, I really want to try that.
I think that one's called Stout About It. That was the
I've got it in there.
One. Yeah, you got one
waiting for me.
Yeah,
can't wait. I've got five different of the smaller cans.
Yeah, talk us through it, Mike. Talk us through what you got.
I got Warehouse Pale Ale, what I'm drinking at the moment. At first, I weren't that keen about it, but the more I drink it, I'm like, I could probably drink quite a lot of them. But I feel like it also put me on my ass, and I'll have a hangover for like 4 days. It feels very much a hangover tackled. Oh, nice. But like I said, it's quite, because it's barley. It's got that almost wheat beerish. Like, it's not like a proper full blown wheat beer, but like if you drink too much Whole Garden, you get that weird grainy feeling in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's like that a little bit. But nice. So that one's the first one. But I've got more here. I'll go through them as I'm going.
Good stuff. Are you rating these? Are you keeping a list?
5.
Okay. What is it? Shall I do it? What's that called?
Warehouse Pale Ale.
Mike and Alan. I'll be the sensible one, and I'll try and make a list of these. Okay. Warehouse Pale Ale. Right. Mm-hmm. And that was a 5. For Mike.
Yeah.
All right, Al, what are you drinking, bro?
So I've already had one, which I bought just because it's got a guy on that kind of looks vaguely like me.
Let's see him.
So there he is. It's a handsome.
The image is uncanny.
I mean, if I really liked Oasis, that's what I'd look like. So it's called Hepcat.
Mate, we will be getting onto the Venom trailer very shortly as well, and it will be 5 out of 10, Connor. So these are out of 10.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that was delicious. It's just a lovely session IPA. Just very, very nice. And then because I wanted something different, I moved on to another session IPA, which was Sorcery. This one.
Sorcery.
They're both like so this is what I did because I'm a dickhead and I'm really commercially minded. I went into Tesco and I was just because I couldn't decide. That's the last time I did it. I just said to Harry, like I went in with him and I just went, just pick me a load of cans off there, mate. And he just grabbed me a load of bottles and it was really good. But he wasn't with me this time, so I went, oh look, pretty things, and I picked all like I picked all like the really fucking nice looking.
Oh, so that was Linda that said that 5 out of 10. Linda, sorry, go on, yeah.
Yeah, so I picked all like the really just nice looking, interesting cans, to be honest, just because I didn't care what I fucking drank.
Now, didn't we do something similar in Morrison's where we walked past them and we was like, oh, Star Wars. He's got a bunch of Star Wars.
Yeah, we did that.
For pale ales.
Yeah. So I mean, they're both a solid 7. It's just a really nice IPA. Probably not as nice as like a Brewdog Punk IPA, but nice.
Definitely my go-to. So we've got Hepcat 7 and Sorcery 7 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a Warehouse Pale Ale 5 for Mike. Good stuff. I'm just drinking lager at the moment, but I'm going to be starting with one called Hazy Ipa, which is really cool. Put next to another beer as well. Yeah. Do you know it kind of feels like matte? So obviously it's solid tin here, but here it's matte, so you can't drop this beer, which is great. It's like a grip on it, which is perfect for me.
This is like that.
Yeah,
I didn't register that would be an advantage because obviously I'm sat in the house, so I'm not drinking out of a can. But that's a great shout,
mate. It's the first thing I thought. I was like, I'm dropping my beers here, there, and everywhere. I'm a fucking lager out, mate.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not spilling any beer, but okay.
Yeah, mate, drop mate.
But it's great shout though,
mate. I pay beer no more. Yes,
the Golden Torch Session Pale Ale, which is fantastic. That is
I gave that, by
the way.
Did you like that? I only gave that a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only gave that a 4. I think that was the one that I had that had like it had all the natural kind of flavors as soon as it goes in, but it waters down to nothing really quickly.
Oh, is that the one that you said it's refreshing?
Yeah, it would be, in fairness, I did say that would be refreshing if I didn't have this strong beer, such a strong kind of pale ale beforehand, which was Ghost Dance. So I think that kind of, that overrun the palate. I think Mike's enjoying it more because he
finishes really, really sweet. Starts off big and bold, but it lingers there for a long time. Really sweet at the end. Really nice. Like a good
sweet
damage.
I'm wondering if we're drinking the same beer. I need to try it again. Definitely. I only gave that a 4. But what did you give?
I'll give that a 7.
A 7.
Right. I'm gonna try. Just because while we're on beer, I'll just open another one.
Guys at home as well, like we're literally just reviewing these beers and just talking about them, but what are you guys drinking? Tell us what you're drinking at home. And if you have any ideas for what we should go out and try next, just let us know, and we'll get a whole bunch of them before the show, and then we'll all try them on the show and let you know what we think, and you shout us what you think as well. What's this one now?
So this one's called 4 Pour.
4 Pour.
4 Pure. Sorry.
4 Pure.
Oh, right.
4 Pure. Citrus IPA.
Ooh, sounds good.
Citrus. How's it tasting?
Yeah, but it's not great,
This is what we like. We like a bit of hate. We like it. Where did we get these, by the way, guys? Let's just shout out.
I got all mine from Aldi.
You got yours
every
from
one of them.
And Tesco's.
Tesco, yeah. It's the only place. I normally probably wouldn't have gone to Tesco, but it's the only place on my way home.
Yeah.
Unless I go to Co-op, but that's in Liverpool and I couldn't be asked. So.
Yeah, Mish.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not about it.
No, why?
Neck it then.
Wait, tell us why. Yeah, you got it. I did twice last week.
So it just. Do you know when you get that, like when you drink a certain ale and you get that like really burnt, really lovely kind of taste after, like that tastes like the inside of a really good, well kind of seasoned barrel. This just tastes like dirty pipes.
Oh,
So I get what they was going for, but it feels like I've just gone into a fucking old Otis house that's not cleaned their pipes for a while.
It sounds
That-
lovely.
that sounds delicious. Yeah. You're
Smells
getting a
like
bit of pipe
shit
cleaner
and
in
all.
there.
It
It
actually
smells like
smells
shit.
like shit. Not
So if you're
actual
watching,
shit, but it just doesn't smell good.
what's the name of the brewery? Let's shout them out
Let's
because
have a look.
obviously this is going to be a big no-no for you.
Yeah, so it's crafted in London.
Oh no, London! Fucking
It's
hell.
just called for Pure Brewing Company. Bermondsey. It's apparently it's vibrant and zesty. I mean, it's 5.9, so I can get on board with that. But nah, this ain't it, bro. If you own this company, maybe make some better choices.
Make some
Maybe
better
get.
choices.
Is there like a sommelier for beer? Does that career exist? And what is it
I would
called?
imagine
And
so.
how do I be it? Because that really just isn't it at all. So either your taste tester is a smackhead and he's lying to you, or you need to just employ someone new.
Employ someone new.
I'll get rid of this.
What did you give it? What did you give it? Yes, go on. Down in one.
Well, you distracted, mate. It's a 3.
3.
Yeah, it's really fucking bad.
Go on, mate. Get the burp out of the way and then just. Yeah,
is it cold enough? Yeah, they all come. Yeah, so they come out. Well, they come off the shelf in Tesco, but I just whacked them in the fridge. But yeah, nah. Oh, it's fucking awful.
Chug it, mate.
Yeah, we don't waste beer here at Red Lion. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's move on to a couple of things that we do know now that we've done a bit of that, lads. Well done.
Was there any comments? What did Connor ask before?
Yeah, so one of the things he said, can we get Mike to give us a 2-minute spiel on the positives of Venom 2 trailer today?
Oh, no.
Oh, Mike's not going to give us any positives.
2 minutes. Well, I like Tom Hardy. I like Woody Harrelson.
2 seconds, isn't it? And a burp.
Sorry.
Wow.
I don't know, right?
Do apologise.
I just don't know. It's like they've taken everything that I wanted from the first one away from it and then piled on shit jokes. And fair enough, he got that Joe the Turd rolling in the wind or whatever, like from the last one. That was one funny joke. You do not need that every time Venom's talking. But I watched the trailer for like the second and third time today, and I was like, but I'm going to watch it. Like, there's enough there that I probably will watch it because it doesn't look like that end fight from the first one, which did literally look like Riz Ahmed and Tom Hardy rolling around in like a different coloured cum for half of the film.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that pay to see that. To be fair,
yeah,
I paid to see that.
We did. We actually did. We went together, didn't we, Nick? It was a nice night.
It was an enjoyable night.
It was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they do look slightly improved, the effects. I'm just moving away from that. They do look slightly. It does look slightly
they've not
improved.
Transformed it. That's what they did with the first film.
Yeah.
They went, oh, look at that film where Transformers that Michael Bay did, where you can't see anything. Let's do that. It doesn't look like they've done that with this one.
Not as much, but we haven't seen Venom and Carnage fighting yet, and there's where your big issue is going to be.
Yeah.
I do understand, like Anthony Serkis coming up. Serkis, what's it called?
Circus.
Yeah, coming on is a big capture for him. I mean, he could do great things, but
what's he on as? Is he directing it, or is he in it?
I think so. I think he's actually. Oh, I don't know actually.
See, that's a shout. If he's directing it, I'm into that.
I don't think he's directing it. I think he's actually just in it. It'd be strange if he was.
He's probably doing a lot of motion capture stuff. But in fairness, I don't really understand why, because it's the second film. Like, they know what they're doing, you know.
Well, do they though? That's the point. Like, do they, after watching that first one, maybe that's it. They're not showing the stuff what they've learned. Just because if you're a fan of that first film, you're going to come off that anyway.
Yeah.
But if it gives that away at this
he's
point,
directing.
Oh, there you go then. So
fantastic.
I'm into that. That's actually because it wasn't high on my list. Venom. It was like kind of plateaued at about a 6. That's took it up to an 8 for anticipation easily just with him directing it. Just because he knows what to do with effects and how to make them look. Yeah, because he's seen it done really, really fucking well in the Apes films and stuff. So you would hope that he would just go, let's just not do that and let's do this instead. You can still tell your like big like comic book story, but let's just do this and make it look really fucking good.
I hope so.
Really
I feel like from what we've seen, a lot of the shots in there, they've given us clips of some amazing scenes like startups to big fights, but they've not shown us enough, like for it to spoil it. And I feel like the startups are just going to look. You can tell when they're going to be one shot action sequences. And there was the run up to Carnage and Venom. I was like, this is going to be one shot. It's going to be amazing. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, right. I know what I'm expecting from this scene, and it's going to be fucking incredible. I don't know how I feel about Harrison being Carnage. I don't know if I enjoy him as the character Cletus Cassidy. I like the fact that Harrison can play mental quite well, and he can play that kind of level of unhinged quite well. And I think he'll give a nice edgy element to it. But I think he will give a very, I don't know what the word is, a very stereotypical kind of feel of that character, almost watered down, very projected feel of that character, rather than
in my head,
just a mental.
In my head, he's gone right, natural born killers, but with hair. But
yeah,
I don't think he'll be allowed to go anywhere near that type of. But that's in my head. I can understand why you cast him if you could pull that type of performance out of him again.
Yeah.
Is it there for him? Is he the right age for the character? I think he's probably be a little bit too old.
I think he's a bit old for Cletus. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean that's my issue with it.
The danger with it, and just in the little bits that we've seen of him, even in the post credits and stuff, is that there's a danger that he'll just really overdo it and
really
become be like a proper caricature of.
Like Batman and Robin, Batman Returns type of baddie.
Yeah.
He's like Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But over the top. Okay, you believe that he's the Riddler in this film, but as the Riddler, and it wouldn't do in a it's just. Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. I think he might feel out of place. So I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember if it was Kate McKinnon or not in the Ghostbusters film. One of them felt like they were in a totally different film. And that's the danger with Harrelson in this, is that it could feel like he's just acting in a fucking completely different universe.
But in fairness, though, I feel like Tom Hardy's performance, I quite liked it, but I feel like it felt very improvised. And I remember watching it with you in the cinema. A lot of this script felt a bit improvised. It felt a bit... I don't know what the word is. He just felt like a lot of the things that he was doing, he didn't quite finish his sentences like I've just done. He was just kind of just saying things and just kind of I'm just going to sit in a fucking lobster tank now. This is good. I feel like they've just given him a set, just told him to act fucking crazy. And I get that. I did get that. But as far as like a kind of a complete kind of scene goes or a film, for me, it just felt a little bit, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it kind of gelled very well. I think how Harrison's going to deal with that, they both could, they're in danger of both seeming like they could.
Yeah, like they're just lost.
Yeah, exactly, lost. Yeah, completely.
I think it worked kind of in the first film with Hardy's character because he was coming to grips with the fact that he's got some fucking symbiote inside his head. So it kind of worked a little bit. So I get what you're saying. It did feel a little bit raw in the first one. But in the second one, he can't continue to be that character.
No.
Because this is something he's been living with for a while.
Yeah.
So, like, I obviously don't know how long it's set off, but it'll be a decent amount of time.
If the people in the local shop or whatever know about it.
Yeah, she just knows he's Venom because he bit some guy's head off. Like, do you know what I mean? So I quite liked that joke. when he's in the shop with the woman, he's like, I could eat her. I was like, I quite liked that kind of interaction. But then the breakfast scene where he's making him food because Venom's kind of in love with him felt weird. That's what it felt like. It felt like an obsessed girl that doesn't go home the next morning. Just like, I'll make you breakfast, and it's really shit, but I've made it for you. Because please let me stay for a bit longer. It was like that. That sounded really misogynistic, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
sorry about that. But yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like a very weird scene to put in a trailer. Just.
I think it was meant to be. I think they're trying to. I can understand why this scene was in it, though. I think they're just trying to build a relationship. You now know that it's not like a foreign entity. Oh shit. Yeah, it didn't. He doesn't feel like a kind of a foreign entity now attached to him like a virus. It's meant to be more homely now, isn't it? Yeah. It's meant to be like they're both kind of working with each other. They're both one, which is obviously what Venom is to Eddie Brock. So obviously it's just kind of just like we're walking around the kitchen. He's making them breakfast. Yeah, he's part of the symbiote. They're now one, and I kind of get that. Okay, things are cool now. This is great. And now here comes Carnage to fuck all that shit up. What I want, though, because I was a massive fan, Carnage was literally my favorite villain as a child. I love, even more than Venom, I just thought Carnage was just fucking awesome. Like, he was just brutal. Fucking Ultimate Spider-Man, I can't even remember what the episode was, but literally the whole... the front page of it was literally Spider-Man tied up and fucking Carnage had ripped off his mask and was holding it, just looking at Peter Parker, and Peter Parker was freaking out. He's got kind of rips and shit down him. I had that comic, and it was just Spider-Man versus Carnage, but the whole thing was mental. Cletus is a fucking nutcase. He would just kill anyone. He doesn't care. And then with the symbiote attached to it as well, it is what it says, Carnage. He doesn't his literally the fucking trails that come off him point into daggers, and he just stabs people, multiple people, and he'll just retract them and they'll just drop dead. He's just, Carnage is insane. And that's what I loved about this is kind of what took me from Spider-Man just kind of fighting Doc Ock or whatever to oh shit, this shit's real now, and it moved me on to Spider-Man Uncaged or whatever with Wolverine. But this is what I expect from a Venom and Carnage film. I want Cletus Cassidy to be a fucking badass. I want him to actually not give a single fuck. I want him to be mentally unhinged. And then I want Carnage to be worse. I just don't want Carnage to be, because effectively if Carnage is just another anti-Venom, we're going to get the same big bad that we saw in the first film, and it's going to be exactly the same, just with another title addressed to it. Carnage needs to have his own kind of stance in this film. And he needs to be that character. We need to go, you are definitely the villain, you. And he needs to obviously live up to the character, which is Carnage. The first time we're seeing him in a live action. And there's been so much call for him. Thank fuck they didn't bring Carnage in Spider-Man 3. I'm sorry that they brought Venom in Spider-Man 3, but now we've got a Venom movie. So we've got Carnage as the big bad in the live action. Let's fucking see Carnage. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if I'm going to get it, though, from the trailer. I feel like I'm setting expectations a bit high.
Yeah, I feel like you are.
I feel like you've done what I did with the first Venom film. Off the back of that first trailer, I was so fucking hyped for it. I was, but that's it. It needs to be an R rating. It needs to be as physically violent as possible.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't understand why people can't understand that, especially if your main villain is called Carnage.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ!
There's
Venom
no way.
is the anti-hero. You've got to ramp that shit up a lot.
Yeah.
It's
not going to be a hard R without a doubt. They might push it to
15.
a 15, but it's unlikely that they'll take it to an 18 or what the Americans would consider an NC-17 or whatever. It's just not going to happen. It's not because what was the first film? I think it was the first film of 15.
15, yeah.
But that wasn't because of violence.
Because a couple of
that was because of language.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop swearing and just show me someone getting their head bit off. I don't need the camera to cut away when you're biting someone's head off. Just show it.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that than hear you say fuck a couple of times.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I completely agree.
I was having a conversation on Twitter with Jay Short and I think Connor, talking about this being swallowed up into the MCU, and I'm like, that's definitely not going to happen for me.
No.
Venom might eventually end up in the MCU, but it will not be this version of Venom.
Mm-hmm.
The MCU will not want to touch these films with a barge pole for me.
I think they could do it in a really nice way where they don't make Eddie Brock Venom, and there's just been a previous Venom that was elsewhere, and then there's now a new Venom, which is the symbiote's left Eddie, and he's gone into somebody else. So I'm sure it's referred to in the fucking comics at some point where he goes into someone else, and that becomes the new Venom.
People, hasn't it?
So that's what I mean. So I feel like they do that where they'll just kind of nod to the fact that those Sony films are actually okay. So we'll just go, yeah, they exist, but they're not really part of this. This is our Venom, and we'll just do our thing with it.
Because it feels like Sony are still trying to make their Spider-Verse, because they've got the Morbius film coming out quite soon, the Jared Leto one.
Yeah.
They've got that, they've got this. I just can't see them being willing to fold their only real franchise, like superhero franchise, into that. It makes no financial sense to me.
And I think if the MCU want to do something like Carnage, but this is the thing though, they like if you can get Venom, you need to bring in Carnage. It goes hand in hand. You know, it has to happen. So as well, if they do decide to bring back Venom, they're going to have to bring back Carnage as well. Think of a way to bring back Carnage, and Carnage is only Carnage because of Cletus. So let's face it, he's going to die in this film. I don't think he's just going to stop him. I think they're going to kill off Carnage in this film. So if that happens, I mean, there's a strong chance. So if it doesn't, fair enough, they've left it open. But there's a strong chance of that happening, especially in this type of movie. So if this happens, then that's it. So whether MCU will bring back Venom without Carnage is one of the questions as well.
That's the problem as well, though, isn't it? Because it's Sony. So they could well kill off Carnage, but then, like, at the very end, you see, like, a little red slug. Just going, just like making its way back to the hole. And then you're like, oh no, it's gonna be another Carnage.
Sorry, you're gonna do what?
No. Do you know what I mean? Like that's it. It's very much that's what Sony will do.
It's gonna be. I told you, it's gonna be.
It's like the cat from Puss in Boots. It's like
Yeah.
So like it's very much.
I'm thinking Bagpuss. Who am I thinking? I'm thinking Bagpuss.
No, you've not seen the Puss in Boots film. That was no. You was thinking Charlie.
Was Charlie. Oh yeah,
Charlie.
Charlie. What was Bagpuss? Yeah. No, Bagpuss was like.
I don't know what Bagpuss. I'm not that old, bro.
Bagpuss was that big pink and purple.
Bagpuss
from like telly back in the day.
Yeah, that was back in the day. Shit.
I think he was like pink and yellow or some shit.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots weren't that one Antonio Banderas?
It's Puss.
The Shrek
in boots.
Yeah, that's a good impression for you. I think you should try and do the Antonio Banderas impression while we're out in town while you're drunk.
Yeah,
you should do it.
I should just be Antonio Banderas when we go out
the whole night.
Like, Melanie, she is at home.
I'm going to get you like a massive Russian
all of a sudden? I don't know.
Just gone to Russian. Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I shouldn't be Antonio.
No, maybe this was just a big mistake. I mean, I was about to say I was going to get you like a silk. I was going to get you a silk shirt with a massive collar that you can leave like a couple of buttons undone.
Yeah, and some leather.
But now you can forget it. You can forget that shit.
Some leather pants and a wide collar shirt. See, if I did that though, I wouldn't look like Antonio. I'd look like fucking Harry Hill. That is actually what I look like.
Harry looks more like a thumb. You'd look like a pinky.
Oh, thanks.
See, there you go. I'm always thinking about your head shape.
I know you're always thinking about my head shape.
That's probably love that. So what are we saying then? Let's end with Venom for a second. This is getting weird.
Yeah, I'm excited for it now.
Yeah. You excited?
Now
I'll watch it. You can take it or leave it, Mike.
Yeah, I'll take it or leave it. I will end up watching it. We know full well I'll end up fucking watching it.
Yeah,
I'm really pumped for it. At the moment, nah. It could be good, but off the back of the first film and that trailer, I doubt it.
You wasn't too hyped on Ghostbusters either.
Ooh.
I don't think this was even mentioned, but obviously
we talked about the Stay Puft little teaser that they gave us. That threw me a little bit. But I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I was so outraged about it, but I don't know if I even got your like comments regarding this. But Mike, you said in the chat recently that it threw you. It said you're now thinking.
I'm fucking done with it. I'm done with it. It's like they forgot the soul of what the original films were, and they're just doing cheap tricks to sell you on stuff. Like that's all it feels like to me now. Like it might just be, it might just be that, and I'm just like, even if it's not, and it's like a brand new beginning, like it's supposed to be, it feels soulless. It's not like, Joe, you've not got the struggle of a bunch of really weird, kooky scientists coming together for actually finding a fucking ghost. Like it's not got that. And everything feels a little bit plastic or not real, or it's just not got the body within it. It's like the Terminator franchise.
Yeah.
Like after the first two, they completely lost the fucking plot about what made those first two so good. Yeah. And just focused on Arnie, and then look, fucking a new robot. Like it's not about that, bro. It's really not. Like
you just have to make the robots better each time. Okay, what should we do for the third one? Woman. They would love it if it was a woman. That's true. That is so true. What about the next one? Maybe it splits off into like two robots, so it's kind of like a robot like we had in T2, but then it's another robot at the same time, and then that robot can jump, and the guy's just literally freaking out, like I was sitting on the seat, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is amazing!" And I was like, "What about the next one? Like, oh, he fights himself. Only Arnie can stop Arnie. Oh, mate, you know what? And I bet the fans are going nuts for this as well. The fans love this." No,
it's the perfect example why cocaine shouldn't be allowed in the production room.
But it definitely is allowed in the production room.
Exactly. Like, but that's
essential.
It shouldn't be. Yeah, and that's how I feel about that Ghostbusters film. Like it, I had hopes from the first part, Joe, because it was trying to lay the story of this family, Joe, going up there, and she doesn't really know about her uncle Egon or grandparent Egon or whatever. And then I was like, all right, I can get on with that. But then it's just that, and I was like, why? I understand he would know about that story, about that, but why would he take over this? It doesn't make any sense. I just...
It was worse that it was with Paul Rudd as well, because it reminds me of a scene that would have been in Ghostbusters 3. That Saturday Night Live. And obviously the original guys from Ghostbusters were all Saturday Night Live guys. Right, fair enough. But I'm talking about the new generation of this. So just cheap laugh shit. And it reminds me of a scene that should have been in Ghostbusters 3. So seeing Paul Rudd in the supermarket, experiencing these things, made it worse for me. Because I'm like, this is a Ghostbusters 3 type of shit, man. Like, Paul Rudd could have easily have been in that film. Like, with Seth Rogen and the rest of the guys. You know, they would have been, like, they could have been, if it was guys, it would have been those guys. And it would have been just as bad. And it feels like it's a scene from that. And it again, for me, it was just like, no.
The bit's been done to death as well. Yeah. Like the small things attacking, like the most memorable thing to me is Evil Dead. Like Army of Darkness, Ash fighting the little versions of Ash. Yeah. And then from there, it's also Evil Dead, but the TV show where it's Ash fighting the little doll things.
But like, I don't hate the fact that
it has been done like, in different things as well, but I'm just...
I don't hate the fact that it's little things attacking. Do you know what? If we walked through the supermarket and there was a packet of fucking cornflakes that literally snapped itself in two, grew fangs, and started trying to chomp him, you know what I mean? A packet of spaghetti that grew fucking tentacles or something. You know what I mean? If it was something imaginative like that you'd see in the real Ghostbusters, just like food coming alive, I'd be a bit more on board with something like that, because it's like, fucking hell, that's nuts. You know? But the fact that they made it all mini Stay Puft, I was like, this is Memberberry shit, This is them playing off our nostalgia and making them a little bit cute. Yeah, like a bit like fucking Baby Yoda type, you know, and just like a bit funny, doing, you know, quirky things like burning each other and roasting each other. It doesn't make any, like, are they trying to freak him out? Are they just trying to kill each other? Like, either way, there doesn't really seem like much of a threat here. And I don't really understand the point of this scene. It doesn't really make any sense. And it feels like it's just a pointless scene with just a whole bunch of Memberberries dashed at us and given to us as a teaser going, and if this is what they're giving us to entice us to watch this film, it provokes worry and concern for what the rest of the film has. If this is the scene that they've said, yes, this is the scene that is going to make people go, yeah, come and watch this film. The only reason I'm watching this film is simply by that scene, based on that scene, is simply to make sure that the rest of the film isn't as bad as what I've just seen. And hopefully this is just a one-off kind of, that's the only reason I'd watch it, based on that, because that scene does not give me any want to watch this scene at all. At all. In fact, it makes me feel a bit bad for it. The original fucking trailer that they put out for it was beautiful. They give us Bateman's voice and a quote from the original fucking Ghostbusters from the first act. We had some amazing pan shots, some great little shots. We had Ecto-1 behind, like, underneath a massive fucking sheet or whatever it was. We just had the wind flapping. You could see the back of it. Even the bit where, the car flipping around and the seat extending, it made us go, whoa, what the fuck is going on? This is incredible. This is like Ghostbusters, but they've upgraded this. It was just perfect. And then they give us a Stay Puft supermarket scene like that. And it reminds me of Goosebumps. It reminded me of the fucking from 90s Goosebumps. And I was just like, what's the point, man? Fuck's sake. You're making all the same mistakes. It doesn't make any sense.
What about you, Alan? What do you think about that film?
I don't think it's really looked like Ghostbusters from the start.
Yeah.
Like from any trailer, I've not really got Ghostbusters. I've got like a bunch of different things, like obviously like Stranger Things and hints of it, and even like shit like weirdly like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've got vibes of that from it.
Yeah, no, I
just
understand
like,
where you're coming from. Yeah,
just loads of like where they've just gone, they've just pulled loads of ideas from different films, but I never once felt like Ghostbusters.
Again, though, I didn't hate that, because Ghostbusters, if you like, Bill Murray said, he said if you take the comedy out of Ghostbusters, it's just scary. So I don't hate the fact
it is.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're getting elements of scary films because we're not seeing the comedy, then it's kind of on the right path to a Ghostbusters film.
It's on the right path, but it still doesn't feel like, that's what I mean. So it still didn't feel like a Ghostbusters film, because even when there was like bits of comedy in it, it didn't really feel like the same.
But that's the
level
point.
of intelligence of comedy.
I agree, but in the first teaser, there was no comedy in it. We didn't get comedy. We saw intrigue. We saw shots. Just lovely shots. We saw the uniform. We saw the Ecto-1 and the thing. We just had these beautiful pan shots and just music and build up. So we didn't really get the comedy. I'm just defending the first one, to be honest. Alan, you're right. Alan, you're right, because it doesn't, because of the scene that we've actually seen from the film, not a trailer, not a teaser trailer, an actual clip from the film. Alan, you're 100% right, because no, it doesn't look like a Ghostbusters film at all. We've seen an element from it that was in my complete contradiction. We've seen an element from the film that does inject humor into it, and it misses. It's a fucking swing and a miss. It is not funny. It is not scary, which Ghostbusters should be if it's not funny. It's just ridiculous. It's pulled out of it and applied for no reason. Like Mike said, it's been done a million times before, a million times better, and it doesn't make any sense to be put in this film. I'm not surprised Mike's done with it, and I'm not surprised you don't think that it doesn't look like a Ghostbusters film. Yeah. I will watch it as a Ghostbusters fan. I will watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'll shit on it all day, but I will end up watching it.
That's the thing with all three of us. Like, we're all going to watch it. I watched the female version. I actually quite like parts of it. I don't shit on all over that film like it's a massive problem. There are things that obviously are a huge issue, but I'm not overly angry at it. And I'll watch this 100%. I am definitely 100% going to the cinema. It's got Paul Rudd in it. It's Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
What's not to fucking watch? It just doesn't feel like
Ghostbusters.
It doesn't make me want to. Do you know what I mean? I'm only watching it because I appreciate these actors that are in it, and I appreciate that it's this franchise that I love. I'm not watching it because it feels like it could have nobody famous in it. It could have a bunch of absolute nobodies, which I suppose at the time when Ghostbusters first came out, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray weren't massive names.
They were big, but they were both on the kind of downward spiral, I guess.
So they're that's
apart
what I mean.
But Dan Aykroyd blew up before Ghostbusters was made with Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, and that's what kind of gave his career a bit of a boost.
Yeah, so that gave him a push, but then I can't remember the guy who played Egon.
Yeah, Harold Ramis. He was directing a lot of stuff. So he directed Stripes. He directed loads of stuff before then.
But it wasn't like an all-star cast.
No, I see what you mean. It wasn't like I wouldn't say they were A-list. They were Saturday Night Live guys. They were all on Saturday Night Live before, including Eddie Murphy. And they would, you know, so they do that. They had some good films. They were well known, you know. I think John Candy was probably probably the most well known at the time. Who was actually going to be playing Lewis Tully. He was meant to be playing Lewis Tully, but he wanted to do it in like a Russian accent, I think, and he wanted to have like dogs or something. He wanted to get completely different, and they said they wanted him to be like an accountant. You know, like they wanted him to be like really good at like maths and stuff. And they said, oh, well, he said, actually, fucking Rick Moranis is naturally quite good at doing things like that. So just pick him. And actually we got our Lewis Tully, but Rick Moranis cannot be replaced as Lewis Tully.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. There wasn't all huge. Wasn't all huge, but there was all mates, all in that kind of same circle. And it just kind of ended up being what it was, you know, like Eddie Murphy's character, Winston would have been huge. He would have been so much more of a big character if he decided to do the job. He did Beverly Hills Cop instead. So obviously he went to Harold Ramis, went to what's his name? Ernie Hudson. So he went to Ernie Hudson instead. So and obviously it was a more watered down character. But he plays the everyman in it. He plays the every guy. He's the kind of the straight and in these kind of crazy
average Joe
guys. Exactly. Yeah, the average.
Yeah, but I appreciate him more than I would appreciate Eddie Murphy in that role though. Because Eddie Murphy would have been too much like the other three. Do you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have felt. He is the character that everyone relates to because he is like the fish out of water that's kind of just like he just wants a fucking job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not really interested in fucking ghosts and shit. He's just like, the ghosts don't exist. Just employ me, like pay me some money, man. I've got bills to pay. He is literally all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, his first line was probably my favourite fucking Winston moment. Where apart from that, actually, no, Ghostbusters 2. Subway is my favourite Winston moment. But his first line is one of my favourite Winston lines in it. And no, even I love this town. No, fuck it. I just enjoyed the first line. Fuck it. I'm going backtracking a lot. But even it was when what's the receptionist name called?
Oh Jesus!
Oh, what's her name? Janine Melman. Is it Janine Melman? I think it's Melman.
Melman?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something similar.
Melman. But anyways, she starts reading off, do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster, you know, horrible snowman, all this stuff? And he just replies, as long as it has a steady paycheck, I'll believe anything you say. First line in Ghostbusters, and it's like, this guy's a fucking genius. Fuck it. Yeah. Like, this is great. Anyways, we've gone from Venom to Ghostbusters, but it's the same thing, like, not high hopes for either of these films, based on some of the things that we've seen. The expectations, I think, for both of them are definitely for me are a lot higher than perhaps what I don't know if anyone is capable of living to my expectation when it comes to these movies. Like Mortal Kombat, there's some franchises that I absolutely. We're about to talk about some films I don't give a shit about, so it's not all films. We're about to talk about some films that I'm literally the opposite end, and this is most films for me. But when it comes to films I absolutely love, so when we're talking about my childhood films, about Ghostbusters, when we talk about fucking Mortal Kombat is played, you know, when I was younger. And we're talking about fucking Venom, that, you know, for comics that I read when I was a kid. Obviously, there's going to be an attachment to them, and I want the films to do well. But whether they're going to reach my hypes, I think it may be impossible. So at the moment, just being good would be enough for me, to be honest. Just being watchable and tolerable, and paying homage to you know, their where they came from, their origins. That would be good enough as far as I'm concerned. Shall we move on?
Can do. I've moved on to the Vanilla Stout, by the way.
Oh, Mike, what are you saying?
So it's the Stout About It.
Stout About It. This was my
5.2
favorite.
It's all right. I wouldn't rave about it. Well, like, it's sweet enough to be drinkable, but it's also bitter enough to be a stout at the same time.
But you get a lot of
well
vanilla.
Balanced.
I remember it being quite, very vanilla. I think you're getting kind of vanilla notes coming through. Just smelling it.
Oh,
it's
this
balanced
is
enough.
stout
but-
about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
one I really liked.
Nice.
I don't know how many I could drink though. Like it's probably a one and done kind of job. It feels heavy.
It did feel. It felt quite heavy. It felt like a very heavy drink, but it was enjoyable, man. I like these kind of stouts. I do enjoy these kind of stouts. There was
Weirdly, I wish it was in a smaller can.
sure.
Oh.
Weirdly,
Mate.
yeah.
Do you know what?
Same alcohol
Just 'cause I
level
think-
though. Just like reduced down.
No, like if you can get them in them type of cans.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it in a
Instead
big one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big
See,
one.
that makes me
It's a
want to
really
buy
big
it.
one.
Man, I'm gonna have to go to Aldi tomorrow. You know.
Mate, did you not see the
But-
can that I had last time? It's one of the big ones. That one and Twice as Nice.
I've got a couple of them. Like,
ones.
I think if I can keep it cold enough, that's why I wish it was a smaller drink. I think
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
with a lot of stouts, like if it gets too warm, I feel like that vanilla could just disappear and it'd be quite better. But when it's cold, it's balanced enough to drink, but heavy enough that I'm only drinking one of them ever, like at a time.
Mate, it was a good fucking drink for me. I like these. I used to work in a place called the Draft House in back in Battersea in London, and we used to sell these little stubbies called Modelo's, and there was a chocolate.
Modelo.
Yeah, there was a chocolate one, a stout one, and it reminds me of that, and it was beautiful, and it reminded me a lot like the same kind of the sweetness as well. A lot of the flavors that were in the chocolate one. There was a lot of vanilla in that as well, but they were only little tiny ones, so you'd have them in the little glass, and it was really upper class and lovely and Battersea and very nice. Yeah, but we used to every time I used
Massive Tory.
Battersea.
One can't help why one is born, you know. But it was really. But it reminds me of that. It reminds me of very kind of like it was the drink that you finish off with. So you'd be drinking all your lagers and what have you beforehand, and then you finish with like a nice Modelo. It would settle you nicely, and then you'd be off. What are you giving this? What are you rating this?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, Al, do you want to tell us what you're drinking? But I'm just going to pop off for 2 seconds.
So I've moved on to this one, which is called Ranger. It's from the same brewery as the first one that I drank, so it's Gypsy Hill. It's actually really nice. It's not as strong as the first one. So this is 4.2. The first one, that Hepcat, was 4.6. It's a bit wheatier, so it's not.
Are they both IPAs or?
Yeah. Well, this is a pale ale.
Right.
That was a session IPA. So obviously it's wheaty. It's a bit of. It's a bit more of a grown-up drink. That's what it tastes like.
I get what you mean. It's almost savoury.
Well, yeah.
It's the only way I can describe it.
It's not. Yeah, it's like a pie in a glass ish.
Unami.
Like it's not.
There you go. There's a Tory version of it.
Nice. So it's really nice. It smells lovely. Like it's like I say, it's just very hoppy, very like wheaty. It's not one that you drink all night.
No,
It's a one or two drinks at the beginning of the day. It's a day drink. It's like go out for a beer, have maybe that as your first pint, and then move on to something else. So like when we go out and you drink like Hop House and stuff like that, but we don't stay on that all day because that's a bad idea.
It's never a good idea.
It's really not. So it's like that kind of a drink where you go, I really appreciate this for one, but I'm not going to like it after 5.
Yeah, I'm going to be seeing the inside of a toilet.
Yeah. It's just going to make me really, really ill, and that what comes out of me is going to be extremely heavy.
So it's going to feel like when you're being sick, it's from your bottom of your bowels.
Yeah, like it's coming from your toes, like that. But yeah, like it's a 7. Like it's a lovely drink. It's just not. And weirdly, like this, because even though it's weaker, it tastes stronger
Bolder.
it's a fuller taste than the Hepcat that I had earlier. But like I say, it's very nice. It's just not. It's not a drink I'm going to get drunk on.
Yeah, I understand. I think more and more, especially craft beers, are getting like that, where it's one what you'll have a couple, but you'll have like 4 different beers. Like you're not buying like a case of beer. You're buying like 6, but different bottles, so you can try them and you're not getting shit faced.
Yeah. So
thing.
yeah, like I said, I just really appreciate it. But that's what we do, and like we used to go to a pub up in the lakes, I think. Debbie's dad used to drive there, and it just used to have locally sourced beers on tap. It'd be like home brews, but on tap. And he'd just go, "I'll have that one," and just pick a fucking random beer. And it was really nice just to sit. Because he was driving, so he was only have one, but I'd have a couple. And it was just nice to sit and go, "Yeah, like that one's really nice," or "I don't like that one so much." And it's just what I like.
It's nice having a beer of the weekend.
Just like tasting different beer.
Nothing wrong with that, lad.
That's it.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Should I open my next? Should I get rid of this and open my next one, and then we can be done with the reviews for a bit?
Yeah. I'm not going to open. I've not opened either of mine yet, but I'll open them.
I did this one, Nick, because you was gone, so I did Ranger.
Just pure racism. No, nothing like me.
You didn't say you did.
You did before.
You just.
That's just that's just pure fabrication, Nick.
Oh, I see what you've done here, you son of a bitch. This is last week. Alan, and I quote, said, "I've got me and I've got you today." And I was like, "What do you mean? You held these two hands up together."
I don't know what you mean.
He looks like you. The other one looks nothing like me.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. If I'm honest, I mean, he's a very good-looking black man, but I mean, I don't.
You called him fat, remember? That's what it is.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did say
that. Didn't appreciate that he was a chunky monkey compared to him.
But he is not chunky. He's like a regular-sized man. I don't know why Nick was fat shaming him. But yeah, anyway. So that was that. I'm having this one now. Juice box. Because I'm a child.
What did you think of? What did you think of Ranger? How did I taste, Alan? How did I taste in your mouth?
Quite heavy.
Back to fat shaming. Right. Okay.
So yeah, it was like I think it got rated at a 7. I think I said, was that right, Mike? So slightly less than the early one. So that's a weaker beer, but it tastes heavier and it tastes stronger. And it's not one that you would drink. Yes, it's not one you drink all day. And then this juice box, which is a citrus IPA again, which, if you remember, the last citrus IPA tasted like shit. So let's just
juice box.
Oh,
doesn't
I like
look
that
like juice though.
Does look a bit like juice. Were these from Tesco's? Did you say?
Yeah. Oh, so that's all right. So I'm getting loads of grapefruit through on that.
Oh, good. I don't know why that's good, and why I have to go, "Ooh, good" before it.
I feel like you're discovering something about you and grapefruit that you didn't know before.
I do really like grapefruit IPAs. Like, genuinely love them. Yeah. But not so much that I go, "Ooh, lovely," like beforehand. That's a bit weird.
Upset that you did. But yeah, that's actually really nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an 8.
Now we need to do some. What do you call that?
I'm gonna call that an 8.
An 8.
It's really nice. That's really refreshing. It's still an IPA, but it's really refreshing as well.
Is that the grapefruit in it?
Yeah, like that.
Mike's really obsessed with that. He's very curious about that one. Is that the grapefruit one? Yeah. Is that Oh, the grapefruit? Is that the grapefruit? Whoa. Yeah. Good. Yeah, 8. Yeah, good. All right. Mike's putting it on his list for tomorrow. Good stuff. And Mike, so the last thing that you had, are you still on that stout? Yeah, which you gave a 7.
Yeah, and I've just opened the Jameson's.
And you've just opened the Jameson's. Oh, nice little Jameson's.
He was a good boy.
Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the. I'm just drinking lager, so run of the mill. But I'm going to be opening one of my. I'm going to be opening the Hazy IPA next. I think a juicy India Pale Ale with tropical notes. We'll see.
I like that. I've had that one a couple of times. I actually really like that bit.
Is that a good one? Is that a good one?
Yeah, I
really Am I in for a taste sensation, as Alan once told me?
Did Alan say it was a taste sensation?
Oh, no, we wasn't talking about the beer. I won't tell you the context of which he told me. But he's
like a party in your mouth.
Yeah, he also said that. As well. Then he told me to stop struggling, but we won't get into it. Right. So the next film we're talking about just now is a film called
The Purge.
Oh,
Let's go to The Purge, Phil.
Should we go to The Purge? Right.
Do
So
we have to?
The Final Purge.
The Final Purge.
Is it called the Final Purge, or is it called the Constant Purge? Like
Constant Purge.
like the Constant Gardener. But
It was
what is it actually called?
It was called the Constant Purge.
Is it
Because he even says the title in the when you say the title in the film, it's one of my pet peeves. I should have been on that fucking show with you, Al, to talk about it. That is literally my number one when they say it. If Chief Brody would have said, "Oh my God, it's Jaws."
Damn, that shark's got really big jaws. Oh no, it's not the Constant Purge. It's the Forever Purge.
Forever Purge.
I knew it was that. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like they've just made a film just to troll people.
Yeah.
Solely just to troll people. The fact that Mexico opens up the borders in the trailer for 6 days to get people over. Incredible. It's just made to piss off every Texan. That's what it feels like. They've literally made a film to piss off literally every single person in Texas.
Right, these guys
happy with that.
Right, can we just stop the
I was going to say they've just brought up a new show for us.
Yeah,
ale connoisseurs.
So yeah, bargain beers. Beer all about it. I read all about it, yeah. And Barely Beloved.
Barely Beloved.
I like Barely Beloved and Beer All About It.
What the fuck is that behind your curtain? Oh, it's your cat. Jesus Christ, I thought you would be like Insidious. I was like, fucking hell, man. What the fuck is that?
Yo, dickhead. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Leave the cat.
That cat shit.
I wanted to see if it jumps on the back of your head during the live.
Nah, he won't jump on the back of my head. But he's actually very gentle. He's a lovely little thing. He really is. Hey, mate. Hiya. But yeah,
every now and again.
Guys, I got it for the comments. How about we're on a highway to ale?
I don't think. I think
that
only
feels like it's a drink driving program.
I was going to say only if Mike grows his hair out.
I can have
that title.
Yeah,
I've got blonde wig.
Yeah, but
I've got my Bayflower wig.
Not one though, is it?
I can buy a black one.
Okay.
Just get a black one.
And you call me fat?
No, I'm calling you a handsome specimen of a man. Big, handsome specimen of a man.
Bob has bitch tits. That's all I think of whenever I hear his name. Is literally, it's Fight Club.
See what I think Meatloaf. I just go straight to Little Shop of Horrors. That's the only place I go.
If it was an L tour, so basically, Highway to L is too much because if it
it's a drinking driving show, which I appreciate, but I don't think we can do it in this country.
We could go to Germany, and I can drive on the autobahn.
Oh my days!
It's still illegal to drink drive.
No, it's not. It's only illegal if
King Tory energy there.
Nah,
it's not illegal to drink and drive.
I'm not saying I'll drink and drive, but I can definitely get my car to 120 miles an hour on the autobahn.
Okay.
Like I can definitely push it to that. Like I might blow it up, but I will do it.
And we can go to Hamburg, and then you don't really need to worry about driving.
Because then we can just get drinking to oblivion.
Exactly.
And see like just weird German shit.
It's not that much. It's just the docks, but
nice.
Nice kind of. What's Tory energy? What we're just talking about? Drinking and driving. That's fair enough. Right. Okay. So let's. So we're talking about the Forever Purge. And it was just there to piss up. Mike's kind of. I thought he was going to do a shot, but no, he's just going to sip. So it's just there to piss off Texans.
We'll do it.
It's that film was made. That film was made.
It's just literally to break that up because it is a little bit heavy towards the bottom, so it was just an upon that.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm not going to watch this film until it's on telly.
Yeah, it needs to be on telly, and there needs to be. You're going to watch it?
Oh yeah, not in the cinema. I'm not going to pay for it. I'll find it somewhere free. Let's not misunderstand.
Can't wait until it hits ITV4
Well,
in a year.
I kind of want to watch it with you two, though I don't want to watch it on my own.
Definitely trying to get to Mexico because Mexico is now the safe place.
I think it's set in the near future, but it's supposed to be like the final one, which thank fucking God.
So they've kind of gone, oh, we're done now. We're just killing people on one night. We're going to kill them on all the nights.
Can I just say really quickly? Try this fucking stupid, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, what have I just watched? Oh, now the Purge is forever, like over forever. Okay, that's great. No, not really. We're going to kill you still. I was like, what? Yeah, this is the forever purge.
And that's just normal life.
Saying this, I was like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. What do you mean the forever purge? You're just going to kill everyone forever.
It's just
they definitely sat. They definitely don't.
What? I'm not wrong there. That is just what America is.
Jesus.
It is just the forever purge.
Telling me he's wrong. America is just a big...
I'm not even going to tell him he's wrong.
When the normal person can walk around with AR-15s in public without getting like shot at by cops, forever purge. That is all that is. You're in the forever purge, bro.
So, I mean, yeah, but it does feel very much like they sat down at a...
Yeah, and then just talking about the timeline. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be. So the purge has been going on for a while, and it's got to the point where they've just gone. Do you know what? We're not happy with one night anymore. We're just going to kill folk, because like obviously the criminals that want to kill people are like, oh, we can't get through your defenses in that one night, so we'll just wait until tomorrow and break the law. So like that's as intelligent as it got, but it does feel like the filmmakers just went, we could make it look like what do people really like? Oh, Mad Max. They really like Mad Max. Let's make it look like Mad Max. But people are just killing each other, and we'll just slap a purge name on it, and we'll fill it in some nondescript fucking desert, which is pretty cheap because we can just go anywhere. And then that'll be dead good. That, and we can just get a bunch of nobodies in it because no one cares who's in it because they're all going to die anyway. And it'll cost us like 52p to make, and we can make like a couple of million, and then we can all relax on a fucking beach somewhere. That's literally like that was the whole conversation of the studio.
Yeah, if I was in that boardroom, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. You know, this whole franchise is just fucked, even from the first one. You know,
I'd argue the first 2, 3 were entertaining for what they were. They were literally entertaining for a film that were made for a couple of million.
Yeah.
And they were just... Because there was no dream of a franchise like what it's spiraled into off those first 2 films. There was no way that they thought about this.
Because the concept of it was very, very, very good. The concept of The Purge was amazing. Do you know who did The Purge the best? Rick and fucking Morty. Their Purge episode in Rick and Morty was the best Purge I've ever seen. It's brilliant. It's spot on. But like the first film, I loved the idea of it. I was like, I need to watch this film. I didn't watch it for fucking years after it was released. And then when I saw the first one, I was like, this is so... It's just all over the place. It's choppy. I'm not invested in any of these fucking characters. I'm really not. You know, I don't give a fuck, you know, and just these people trying to I just don't get it. I love the idea, but it was just executed so poorly.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
like I said, it's just a film that was made for next to nothing. And that's what I felt about it at the time. It's just dumb horror action fun. That's all I feel about those types of films.
I'd agree.
So here's a question, because I haven't got a quiz this week. So here's a question for you two. This is it. I just fucking made it up in my head.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Magic.
So you've got a couple of £1 million. You work for Blumhouse. You've just bought the Purge franchise, and they've just gone, here's 5 million. Go and make a Purge film. What does your film look like?
Mate, we've already discussed this, and you ripped off my film, you son of a bitch. And what you want now, we discussed this like fucking maybe 5 episodes back, and we discussed what my first film would look like. Then you claimed it as your own, And now what you want is the rest of my film, because I only told you a little bit, and you're not going to get it, Alan. I can see what you're doing. Trying to make it
I don't remember that. So can we just... So should I tell you what my Purge film looks like?
I swear to God, if this is my film, I'll kill you. I'll try and purge you, and that will be what my film looks like. My Purge film will literally just be me going live on my phone, driving to a house, and fucking axing you in the face.
I vaguely remember the threats, but I don't really remember what the film was. So my film would be like, so there's just a bunch of people. Oh no, I do remember. It's a gated community.
Yes.
Oh, I do remember.
Is that what you're going to say your film will be?
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to do like a whole Dread or the Raid thing where it's in like a tower block, or it's a bunch of people that are locked in together, but they think they're safe, but there's a murderer amongst them, and it's kind of like a thing sort of theme, like who fucking done it? Because someone in there's a wrong un. It's just going down there purging when they all think they're safe. Like that's the way I'd probably do it.
Or like a hotel, make it a bit more intimate.
Yeah, yeah. Or just like a bunker, just like a shelter, like in the thing.
That's great because you can adapt it into a play as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was going to the stage with it.
You son of a bitch! I'm just trying to help you market your idea and get the fuck away from my idea. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. You spat in the face. The fuck out.
I'd make it vampires.
So Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out. Yeah,
which wasn't really very good, but
piss off! Knives Out was mint.
Wait, hold on, Mike. Wait a minute, Mike. Did you say you make it vampires?
My Purge film would be a vampire film.
So the vampires are only allowed out on one night. Are they let out of like cages and they just go like?
Is this going to have anything to do with the Purge at all? Are you just going to take the money and make a vampire?
No, I'm going to say all the vampires come out and they're allowed to kill as many humans as they can in a night.
Oh, okay, cool.
That sounds like it would be bloody as fuck, and he doesn't need a real ending where you've got a body what dies. Like he can be recycled out.
It is essentially 30 Days a Night, which I know you love, and obviously Vicky loves because it's got Josh in it. But
super violent.
I'm still into it. Shut up! You shut up!
Wow!
Oh, she's gonna dig you from the end. She ain't gonna see me. She's not even gonna see me for ages. So
she'll make sure I have it wound up next time.
Harry might dig me because he's sat on the sofa at the moment and he's just heard me say the C word.
What about the twat? You heard that one before?
No, he's definitely heard twat before. I've said it loads of times in the car.
Can you ask him what's the worst word he's ever heard?
Harry, come here a minute. I'm not encouraging you to say the word, but what's the worst word you've ever heard me say? Or the worst outburst?
What letter does it begin with?
What letter does it begin with?
What did he say?
Sure, C.
Okay. Fair enough there. Fair enough.
Cunt with a K. That's what he said.
That's when you really mean it.
That's when you say it. That's a
lot of emphasis on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's cunt with a K every time. Like, when people say to me, "Oh, did you say the C word?" I don't know what they're talking about. Like, C word? What are you fucking on about? K word, mate. There's not a C in that. That's not a C. It's not a little dinky Charlie. No, that's a K word, that, mate. That's a K. That's a big K. That's a London cunt, that. Good lad. Right. So Mike, you do a vampire one. I'll do my gated community one. So I'll do really intimate, just a few people, and they all feel like they know each other. They're all doing the big protection thing around their house, and everyone's like happy as Larry or whatever. And then like literally just a couple of them just decide to go fucking rogue. You know, they just decide to go fucking ham on the rest of them, and the rest of them are like, "Fuck, we're now trapped in this gay community, just us." While these other two are just going to kill us. It's like it's so basic, it is, but the whole thing's going to be. But and how I described it as well is it's not going to be straight into the purge. How I described it was there's going to be time before the purge where you get to know these guys. You know, there's going to be guys that are working together, friends. You know, the ladies that are going to be working together as well, just going out tennis matches. You know, in their community they're going to be okay.
Middle class America.
Middle class America.
Yeah,
exactly, fine, but still innocent. They're gonna have kids. There's obviously gonna be love there.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like middle America, like gated community. You've got picket fences, no crime.
Just chill, man. Yeah. These guys are living life. They just want to be happy. You know, that's all. And then they decide to kind of do this kind of fun together and just build this kind of, you know, make sure it's all gated to protect themselves from the purge. I'd even drop the film before you even know it's a purge film, just to make it a film. It would just
I think we might have said that last time. Yeah. Just like
you didn't, I did. You claimed it.
I think I said it was just called like a date.
I feel like
August 14th.
I feel like that's how it works in actual cinema. So I feel like the black guy comes up with a great idea, then the white guy goes, "Yeah, we'll call it this," and then this is now my idea.
No, because if we was doing what actually happens in American cinema, horror, like the black guy, you'd already be dead.
I'm talking about the production side.
Oh right, also behind the camera.
But thanks for that. Also, wow. I feel like that.
It is definitely like a whole thing that they do, though. Like, it really is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is a fucking thing.
Let's wait for Mike to get back so I don't have to talk to you anymore.
You're such a god. With a K.
All right, let's just get this moving. We had a bit of a pickle with these kind of the conversations last week.
So what else did we review though? What else did we look at?
I'm going to move on to this. I'm going to move on to this real quick because I feel like after an outburst like that, you need to drink. And I'm going to start with Hazy IPA. Let's go with Hazy. And I quite like the fact that it's only 3.7%, so it's actually quite a light beer. But grab your sunglasses and flower headbands, and we're going to have a festival. So I've got my sunglasses on.
Oh, that's good.
Exactly. I'm doing what it says, so hopefully it's going to make it taste better. And I'm going to go with the Hazy. Mike, you rate this, don't you? You rate the Hazy.
Oh, yeah, fuck. I like it. I think it's an easy all-day drinking like booze, though. Like, it's not one what I feel like I could drink that over a good 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So at a beer
it's quite sweet already.
It's quite light and
yeah.
It's even
a good if you was at a beer garden by the side of the river and it's sunny. That's what I quite like drinking that.
Don't, because I'm gonna. It's a bit sour as well, actually.
Yeah,
it's really nice,
refreshing.
It is actually really refreshing. I do like this. Mike's not. I'm just trying to see what's in this. I don't even know what's coming through at the moment. Maybe a bit of grapefruit. And not just because you said that, but I can generally taste it. Yeah, because it's bitter, but it's sour at the same time. So definitely. I don't know. I'd even go so far as to say like limes, maybe grapefruit as well. But it's fucking beautiful. It's really nice. It's quite refreshing. I agree. I think it's definitely a summery drink. I would definitely have a couple of these. But obviously, if I was trying to get pissed, then maybe not so much. And what's like a Radler? They're like only something like 3% or something, aren't they?
No, they're close to like 2%, aren't they? Usually, it's usually half like a decent premium lager, 4 to 5%, half and half with like still lemonade. Traditionally, but you can have it just. It's just a posh name for a shandy.
Yeah, really.
It's like, just a European name for a shandy.
Like a Foster's is what, like a 3.2 or something like that.
Yeah, closer to 4.
That's only quite low, isn't it? What?
Mike could drink fucking petrol all day. Let's face it. Okay. And
I mean, he could. I do one in an office.
So
I'm assuming
I think he's speaking from personal experience. Like, it's not. I don't feel like
I feel like we all know who in particular
Yeah.
may need to be purged. So yeah, I mean, I get it. Like the Belko experiment.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Literally what I just mentioned to her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, did you miss that, Mike? You might have missed it.
Well,
I'm a bit behind, but need to say Alan's racist. I'm obliged to. That's fair enough. Do you know what I mean? It's a staple of every show at the moment. So
it wouldn't be a staple of every show if you didn't keep on saying racist shit.
I think it'd be weird if someone didn't call me racist during a show. It's like it'd feel odd. Like I'd get to the end and I'd be like, I'd need to say something really bad. Like I'd feel compelled.
Like what?
Just in case.
Proper stiff arms it.
Yeah. Just in case that 1 week anyone thought that I was a normal, reasonable person. I'd just have to throw something out there. I hope we never
Don't
get
do
to
that, though.
day. Nope.
No. That's not. Everyone keep on calling him a racist.
I was going to say, I'm definitely not going to get to the end of the show and just throw something really fucking damaging out there.
Well, you've done it already. You've already done it. We're past it. We're past it now. Mike, you missed it. Well, I was talking about production values, and Mike and Alan just said, well, you'd die in a horror film. Like, because you're black. So I was like, okay.
Did he actually say that?
I actually said he said something about I feel like this.
Don't worry.
This is what happens.
Carry on that. I believe you, Nick.
Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you, Mike. Cheers, mate. Just from the start of your explanation, Alan.
I get it.
Racist. Yeah, Mike just got 100% racism as soon as you opened your mouth. He was just like,
I opened a new beer.
Yeah.
Is it racist? No.
Williams Brothers Otis Blood Orange IPA.
Oh, that's a lot. That's quite a lot.
Yeah, no. There it is.
So,
it tastes really nice.
Dragon. Don't know if I get that.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a Ku Klux Klan reference.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually really fucking glad that I was dead confused for a second.
Yeah.
I've never been happy. I've never been happier about being a little bit dumb in my life.
Not knowing all the white supremacy terms.
Yeah, not knowing all of it.
That shit right there is fucking funny.
Only if it's Fingy playing in though Jeremy Irons. He was in that film, weren't
he?
He was in that film, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. It was fucking awful. Do you remember the cartoon?
Your name in my phone is getting changed to Alan the Grand Wizard, by the way.
That's
just because I like Harry Potter, though.
Nick saved in my phone as Nick Donkey GIF.
Yeah, he's in Donkey GIF in my phone as well.
So you're getting saved as Alan the Grand Wizard.
See, you're in mine as Mike my bear. Like
descriptive. Not know why you think I'll be ashamed of that. That's a lovely little nickname.
Not the bear, like my bear.
Yeah.
All right, my bear.
You're saved. You're actually Mike. You're actually saved in my phone as Vicky's Mike. Because I know Vic's before I knew you.
I knew Vic before I knew Mike, but that's just
Well, you saved him as your bear.
Yeah, because he's mine.
Apparently.
Right, we're not going to get into this. So, Mike, what was that one what was the beer that you just tried?
A Blood Orange IPA. Williams Brothers Otis Blood Orange IPA. I feel like it'd be better if it was really cold.
I feel like the same about this. I feel like this is a little bit warm, actually, for me to drink. What do you think about Williams Brothers Otis Blood Orange IPA?
It's actually really nice, but like I said, if it was a bit colder, because it's been sat here since, we come on an hour and a half ago. If it was a bit colder, it'd be really, really, really nice.
No, has it been an hour and a half already? Have we just been talking shit for an hour and a half? And people are still watching. That's just crazy. It's crazy, the world we live in.
It's because we're so talented and
well, yeah, about 6.5. 6.5. There you go.
Oh, that's low, though.
No, it's above average. 5 is an average. I mean, I've drank a lot of beer in my time. That you've got to imagine there's a lot of 0.1 and 0.0001s in there.
Yeah.
So just too bad to
What's the
drink.
lowest rated beer for you?
Ethanol.
Tastes like shit, but I guess you're right. Fucked up.
Yeah. Grain alcohol.
Don't like the colour as well, like purple. It just stains your tongue.
Yeah. Fucks your teeth up, bro.
Yeah,
It's
do you
not
like
good.
when you've had them toffees that make your tongue blue and shit? That's ethanol. It's just
It's literally just straight up ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, actually. The worst actual beer I've ever had. I don't know. I've drank somewhere. I've been sick pretty quickly after, but not after a bender. Like Joe, they've just been ropey pints.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's just because the pints not being, the lines have been cleaned and shit, or if it's just a shit beer.
Yeah. So like Foster's was really low down on my list. So I really,
Carling's worse.
Yeah, I really see. I don't feel like it is. Like I
Fucking
really
Carling.
hate Foster's, but equally like Crystal, it's fucking grim. And Diamond, oh my lord.
So just Joey Alt's pubs then, basically.
Yeah, but
whereas
like,
I quite like Joey Alt's pubs because I didn't drink as a kid. I feel like that might be a big thing.
See, my uncle had an Altsy's house down in Salford, so it was a thing. Altsy's bitter as well. He's like literally just like gut rot. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I quite like a lot of.
I mean, it gets you properly fucked up, but for the next day you are actually you just want to die.
Fuck.
I mean, she really is like she doesn't pimp you out for money. She just pimps you out to her friends. She's just like, "You're my friends. You could be his friend too." And then
I thought you were going to go, "You're my friends. You want to fuck my husband?" That's wild.
To be honest, that's how we met, Mike.
I mean, she also said that, but I turned her down. Like I was just wanting.
You turned her down.
Never been a taker.
Yeah. No, I was like, I'm not.
Mate, she got halfway through a sentence, turned around, I was stood there fucking starting. Right. And Linda, I polished the bottle of red watching you. He's making dinner now. Oh, what are you having for tea, darling? Tell us what you're having for your scran.
I feel like Linda can really cook, you know.
I had pizza.
Right, because she's a woman. Alan, you need to fucking back the shit off for this.
She actually appreciates decent food.
How do you know?
Mike can really cook as well.
Mike is a fucking great cook.
There we go.
I feel like you're just saying that because I'm fat.
No, you actually can because you made me some fucking banging chicken the last time I was down there.
I think you just need to have a word with yourself for a second. You're just insulting everybody today. You're swinging wild. Your new position.
Actually, that's a compliment because last time I was at Mike's, he made me some chicken, like some with in spicy sauce and stuff. Like
what was it exactly?
Banging chicken wings. I don't know, but it had some chili sauce.
Didn't even take the time to memorize it.
Mate, I was too busy fucking eating it.
CEO position
delicious.
has given you such disregard.
Was that the one, the Thai chili chicken one? What I made when it was reduced sauce?
I just remember you getting some chicken wings and was just like, "There you go, Al," and you put
chicken
some
wings
sauce on them, and then Vicky had told you not to use a specific sauce, but you used a similar one.
Oh right, so I didn't use the habanero. I used the ghost chili one.
There we go. So that, and then, but it was just like the most.
Oh, did I
amazing.
make blue cheese? I made blue cheese.
Yes.
There we go.
But like, here's the thing, right? So I love your Scott. He is obviously a chef. I've been round to his for food, but that is genuinely some of the nicest home cooked, like proper food that I've had at a friend's house. Like I've really, really fucking enjoyed it, and I've had it at your brother's chef's house. Do you know what I mean?
Fat guys don't fuck about.
It was just, yeah, it was good times.
Good times.
I'm now taking off the sunglasses because it's not summer anymore, and I'm having a bit of a bet. You know who you are. Right. Anyways, right. What are we doing?
He's been getting text off people slagging him off. I know the stout from Vicky's mental, right? She thinks that the stout from Joey Alts's smells like blood or copper pennies.
I mean, I get the copper pennies thing. I really do.
But it doesn't though. It doesn't. Like it's.
Oh. Wait, when you said, "Oh shit, Vic," yeah. So Linda's a vegan, isn't she?
Yes.
Do you know what? Vegan cuisine is fucking insane. Like if you have
If you know how to
some
cook,
of it.
yeah.
Some of it.
It's not hard to cook veg though.
Like the kids, mate. Yeah, okay. Like some of it is just absolutely insane. If you know how to do it right, then it is immense. To the point where do you know what? It's not vegan, but it's a vegetarian restaurant called Food for Friends, and it's in Brighton. Shout out Food for Friends, man. Every time I go there with my mates, I boast this place. In fact, when we go, I'll take you. That will be the first restaurant I'll take you guys. They do a lot of Asian cuisine. They do a lot of great booze. You like the booze range. But really, to be honest, it's a place that my granddad took me as a teenager. And vegetarian, when I heard vegetarian, I heard veggie burgers and like fucking salads and stuff when I was a kid. And I was like, I'm not about roast. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm not a vegetarian, you know. I was like 15, maybe 16. I was like, I'm not a vegetarian. He goes, right, we're gonna take you to this restaurant because your gran can't have a lot of food. She can only have vegetarian food. We'll take you to a place that we, you know, and I was like, all right, fine. So the first time I had like a bruschetta or something. You know, something that I didn't mind missing the meat. The next one, I was like, fuck. We had a Thai green curry. Mate, shouts to Sentiment, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
We're going vegan and Vicky's talking about drinking blood.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't know.
Wild.
Right. I just like to piss off all the vegans all of the time. Which is wild, seems though she used to be vegan. But there we go.
Anyways, so we went there. I had this Thai green curry and a coconut rice. And they had just loads of kind of hearty vegetables in there. The curry though was on point. It was homemade. It was great. It was sweet. It had like a great spice to the back of it. But more importantly, it was served in a really deep bowl, like a really deep dish. And the curry and the rice was inside it, so it looked like just a bowl of fucking soup. If anything else, just like curry on it. I was like, "Where's the rice?" And they said, "Oh, you know, you'll find the rice inside." But because it was that sticky, like literally outside of it, and the coconut and the fucking syrup and shit that was on it, when you cut into the rice, it was still fluffy inside, so you could go in through the soup into the rice and pull it out, and it was just. And I was so amazed by this. It was absolutely exquisite. Anytime we go to,
it's special though, in general.
Anytime we go to, let's go Food for Friends first. It'll be a place that I'll go to even before some of the meeting places. The place I'll take you guys as soon as we go, mate. Once everything's fucking lifted again, it is great.
Vicky's parents took me and her to an Indian. I think I want to say it's in Charlton, but it's South Indian, so it's all basically vegan or vegetarian, and one of the best meals I've ever had. But I can quite happily eat a lot of vegetarian meals, but
yeah. So, mates, I didn't think that I could. I was so biased, and literally, I was not too proud to just go, I admit this was amazing. This was a great experience.
One of the nicest burgers I've ever had was I think it was pumpkin and sweet potato, and it was just a pumpkin and sweet potato patty, and it was fucking beautiful. Like no shrinkage. It was just like a big fat, really nicely textured burger. Great stuff.
Phrasing.
No shrinkage,
bro.
Yeah.
no shrinkage. And what was the rest of it?
It wasn't cold outside. It tasted great. It
was fat and juicy.
Really felt really good in my mouth. Yeah, great stuff.
Weren't we talking about films at one point?
But ages ago. Ages ago.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a film with a great white shark in it.
Let's talk about.
Wait, because we talk. You can talk about a film with a great white shark in it if you want, or you can talk about a film with 2 great white sharks in it. I mean, what is better than a film with 1 great white shark? Fucking 2 great white sharks in it.
A bigger and a little one. Like
it's like, oh well, just no, you thought there was one, but there's two.
And I'm pretty sure, Joe, like it looks like it's off a tropical island and shit. Great whites wouldn't be in that water. Like Joe, just off of where they live, they wouldn't be off the coast of Bali. Like basically, like what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
So let's talk about.
It did feel very Australian,
guys. So what we're talking about at the moment. Let me just try and kind of like make sense of what we're talking about because it just sounds. This is what we would do normally. We just start going off on a rant, and talking about some random babble. But what we're actually talking about is the trailer that we watched called Great White. It was released like a week ago or something. It's another shark film that they've just ripped off from every other shark film. Nevertheless, they made another one. If you like shark films, this is a new one for you to watch, and then go and watch the trailer and then kind of come up with your own devices. But we're going to.
I would argue there's two types of shark films, though. There's like serious Jaws like type films, and then there's like Sharknado or Swamp Shark or
Meg.
the Meg or the Shark with two heads, right? Or Giant Octopus versus like these fucking hundreds, but I can't tell which one this is.
Oh, it definitely tries to be both. It definitely when everyone likes these two types of shark films, so let's just do both of them. It definitely feels like Deep Blue Sea at times. It definitely feels like The Shallow at times. Like at one point I was like, we need to get a bigger plane.
Boat.
Like
a bigger life raft.
It was in the fucking
we really need a bigger dinghy. Like it was.
My favourite part is the Jaws 4 part of the trailer. Joe, when they're in the dinghy and then the shark jumps out of the water, basically roars.
Yeah, right at the end, the roar. This is what I put down in it. Talk about the roar. Why did they
talk about the roar?
Right, this is right. Got it written down. Talk about the roar. Why do they make the shark roar, bro?
There's really, really massive fans of Jaws 4. Like Michael Caine's highest point in his acting career, obviously. And the shark jumps out and mounts the boat, looks like it's fucking the boat, and then roars. Oh, I'll nick that idea for my film.
Fuck off. Why did they make the shark roar, bro? Like listen,
I hope to God by the time it comes out at film, they remove it.
To be honest, I feel like it's probably for the trailer, but why even put it in the trailer? Like, right.
Just for this. For people to start talking about, because the rest of the film looks like shit. If you overdub a shark roaring, people will go, Jaws 4, what the fuck?
This is my jam. But, mate, who would say that? Who would go Jaws 4? This is it. Like, mate, this is now
all of us. Literally all of us.
No, all of us. But I don't think anyone in the real world will actually say, oh, Jaws 4. I think they'll go, I think this is actually what I think the world has come to. I think they'll watch this trailer and go, oh, sharks raw? Like it's a fucking documentary.
Why did Jaws not do that? Well, it did, but only in the fourth one.
Yeah, that's the state of the world that we live in at the moment. I feel like that's more accurate as the reaction than, oh, no way, look at that fucking nod to Jaws 4 there, that's fucking madness. Let's watch that for a laugh. I feel like everyone's just going to go, oh, shit, I didn't know they did that.
They can talk.
Yeah.
If anyone's thinking that, please do not watch any more of our episodes. We are not for you.
No, please do. We are shit on you every week.
No,
you give us ideas.
You're just going to be insulted. Please don't.
I'll make your film. I will make your film, bro.
You won't. You'll drag it down. You'll spend your money on booze, and then he'll take leave.
Why are you selling me short, bro? I can make that 6-hour film.
Hey,
have you seen me swimming like a fucking gazelle? The gazelles don't swim like a hippo.
You swim
elephants swim.
The only time I've seen gazelle in the water was when they get eaten by crocodile and some shit. They don't survive that shit. It's always a mistake. So there's not just a gazelle just making it across the lake, is there? You're gonna die. Yeah, I mean, if one doesn't die, then another will. You know, it's just not a happy time for Gazelle.
It's a numbers game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a numbers game. Swimming for Gazelle is not a recreational sport. Someone's going to die.
Ooh, I just wet my little paw things.
Yeah,
Oh.
nah, you're going to die, bro.
Oh, hooves. They definitely got hooves and not paws. What the fuck?
Mate,
but yeah.
Mate, God hates gazelles, mate. If it rains, a fucking crocodile will jump out of the fucking ground and just take it. Gazelle can't get wet because it's going to die.
They're terrifying though, aren't they? Crocodiles, like in general. Like
crocodile, man. Just a plate of armor with a giant tail and just nothing but teeth. Like God was, if there's a God, he will piss the day he made crocodiles and alligators, man. He was pissed off.
No, I don't think if
I mean?
there is a God, he made them and he was just like, right, so I need to make something what will scare absolutely everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you beautiful lakes and rivers, but I'm gonna put these fuckers in them so you don't go in them at all ever. There you
in
go.
General, like
yeah. Exactly. These things, and what they're going to do is they're just going to sit there, camouflage. You don't really know if they're there or not, but their mouths will be open. So those
I've got your ass.
Yeah, those that want to die just kind of walk into its mouth. I suppose they can't recline their necks. They're just going to spin round and just rip chunks.
Just rip a limb off, and then
exactly. Yeah,
and if you don't rip a limb off, they'll drown you and then leave you under a big stick at the bottom of the water to save you.
To save you.
They don't even eat you straight away.
Of you later, yeah. And what the fuck is up with piranha? God, like what's up with you? Like why
don't really eat people that much though? Surely.
Yeah, but if you're bleeding, they'll have at it. You know what I mean? They'll fucking go for you. They go mental as well for it. Like what's the point? Like
I'm sure that is literally just piranha, not actual piranhas. I don't think piranha. Yeah. If you put a bloody hand in water, I don't think it'd do that to you.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. Please, if you're willing to
I'll find out. I'll find out. I'll take Al and I'll put his head under, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, and just see what happens. If he comes,
if I leave him under too long, he might die another way. But I don't think we'll get
out. Either way, we'll get a result. You know, we'll get our answer.
Like, we'll get an answer to the question: how long can he hold his breath? Yeah. And a piranha's vicious animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the other trailer we wanted to talk about? Stillwater.
And Stillwater, but I feel like we need to wait for Al for this. How about you crack open another beer? Have you finished your Williams Brothers Blood Orange?
I have now. Put me. Peach Pale Ale. Right, nice. So Williams Brothers again. Polo Peach Pale Ale. I don't know what I'm expecting from this.
What's it called?
Apart from it being uber sweet.
What's it called?
Williams Brothers again.
Yeah.
Paolo Peach Pale Ale. My dyslexia kicked my head in then. That and being drunk.
Paolo.
Peach Pale Ale.
Nice.
What are you saying?
I'm into that.
So let's just kind of recap.
Oh, yeah, Al, you'll like that.
Yeah, see, I've had a mango pale ale before, and it's fucking delicious. I bet that's really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It's a lighter version of the other ones we've had. Like it doesn't stick around on your tongue that much.
Yeah, because
finishes. Well, it even starts really sweet, but finishes even sweeter. But very clean. Ends like it doesn't linger in your mouth for a long time. It's very much. It's in your mouth. It's there, and then it's ready to go again, so to speak. Vicky wants to come and chase me there.
Did she just go into your room and take your beer?
Like it.
It's weird. It's like the fucking Ring like type of shit, that man. It's like she's in comments 1 minute, next minute she's calling for the TV.
She didn't say anything. She just opened the door and went, beer.
Quite smart as well.
Mate, to be honest, if you weren't married to her, I would definitely tell you to do that after. I was like, that is wife material, that, mate. You know what I mean? Right, super. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. So
What are you on there, Al? You look like you're a bit upset with your beer.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh.
Oh, hello. What did you rate that, Mike, by the way? Paolo.
A 7.5 again.
Okay, another 7.5. So the last 7.5 we had was for what I really enjoyed, which was Stout About It. So that's 7.5 is the highest you've gone so far as well on your ratings. Alan, the highest.
Because to be really, really good, you've got to be a really, really special beer. I feel like,
Yeah.
like I'm not just throwing it out there for just the sake it's.
Yeah, just giving tens out for fun.
I feel like they set the standard quite low because I was kind of rating it out of the selection that I had. And coming lower, like getting to kind of the last few, my ratings went higher. So Stout About It and Twice as Nice both got 9s, but that was really based on what I had. So I had one really racist one, another one that I didn't particularly like, and that was a bit particularly refreshing, and another one that was the jammy one that wasn't particularly. It didn't have the kind of jamming.
Oh, I've got one of them in there.
Yeah, the jamming. I want you to try that. I think you're probably going to say it's not as bad as what I probably would make out.
And the fact it's in the fridge still.
Yeah, we make it
probably going to help it.
Yeah, it probably will help it in its defense. That one got a 3 for me though.
Watch me smash it in.
What are you drinking?
It's really weird.
Is that the name of it? Really weird? Because I would definitely buy that.
So
I would 100% buy that.
So talking about, I mean, potentially problematic beers. It's called Jaipur. It's an Indian pale ale. So they've gone with Jaipur because it's an Indian pale ale.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the side, it says Jaipur comes with over 100 worldwide awards. This iconic American-style IPA. And I'm really going to stop there because...
No, but hold on. Wait, hold on. But American-style IPA. So even though...
but then don't call it Jaipur.
Yeah, but it's an American... So hold on. So if the guys... If it was made in India, but it was done for the style of an IPA, and an Indian pale ale, but they did it in an American style, surely it would still count. It's like It's like India doing like an Americana and a buffet.
So, to their credit, it doesn't taste like an IPA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just very, very strange. So,
guys, I know Vix and Linda are kind of forming a bond at the moment. I need to really quickly. Sorry, Alan. Just before you continue with why this is strange, I need to speak out against this. This is a bad thing. I feel like Vicky and Linda should never meet ever.
Vicky and Linda definitely should meet because they're birthday twins for the start.
Oh, it would be absolute pandemonium if these guys.
But also, that would be fucking hilarious.
It would be the most. I'm only joking. Obviously, I think you guys would get along.
Like I said, Indian.
Facts.
Jesus.
Is it Indian, not Korean or Thai? Facts. What? Maybe because I said they shouldn't meet. But obviously, Linda, that was a joke. What's
happening?
Basically, there's kind of people kind of pointing the potential yellow racist card at Alan at the moment. Just wondering exactly what he means by what he's saying.
Yeah, no. So it doesn't taste like it's supposed to be an Indian pale ale. So it's supposed to be an IPA, but then it's made to an American standard, or an American style, which I kind of get because it actually doesn't taste much like an IPA. It's got quite a soapy taste.
Oh, so like coriander, lavender?
Yeah, yeah. Like they've overcompensated with like the botanical side of it, or like the spice side of it. It just doesn't say like it's not unpleasant. It just doesn't taste right. It's just not. And yeah, it's okay. It's a 4, maybe.
There you go.
It's up or 4. The only one that's kind of had a bit of an ethnic twinge to it gets the lowest rating, but whatever. Probably just.
Well, I mean, that's not true, is it?
That's just confident, for sure. So let's have a look. Maybe it's not true. So Hepcat got 7, Sorcery got 7. Oh no, 4. Sorry, 4 poor got a 3. That one sounds very.
The London one got binned in.
Yeah, the London one got right in the bin. I mean, they've all been. I'm trying to find an IPA. Hang on. Oh yeah, what did you?
Did you have an IPA?
What, yeah, Juice Box. That was a citrus IPA.
Oh, you said you liked that one, didn't you?
I really did like that one. That was the grapefruit one. I think that got an 8.
There could be a Red Lioness's Picture podcast. To be honest, I didn't want to make a Lioness podcast with the ladies, but I'm still waiting for our first one to actually decide to fucking show up to one of the Red Lions, which is NG. So hopefully she's going to grow some balls.
To be fair, I think if we'd have invited, if you'd have liked Mortal Kombat a little bit more, excuse me. If you'd have liked Mortal Kombat a little bit more than you did,
she might have come on.
She probably would have come on that show.
I can't lie. I'm hoping that she would just respect my truthful opinion.
Yeah, but she ain't going to respect it though. She's just definitely going to want to stamp on your head,
which is fine. But come on the show and do that and explain why your point is valid. And this is what I love about us as well, because my opinion isn't going to be the same as yours or Mike's. In fact, a lot of times it's not. However, we all have a valid opinion and reasons why we say what we say, and that's part of.
The only valid opinion here is mine.
Your opinion is only sometimes valid, Michael.
I'd argue it's the only one.
I think I'm
running this like a dictatorship. I'm taking over. Mine is the only voice that matters.
Not.
Okay.
I think the main thing is that we all, like when we all talk about films and stuff like that, it all comes from a place of love. So even when we shit on stuff, like which I do quite a lot, we all do quite a lot. It's because we really fucking just love films. Like we just want you to make good films. I don't care how much you pay for it. I don't know how much you spend on it. Just make good stories. I don't even need to see loads of CGI and bullshit. Just make a really good story and I'll fucking watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Why not just make good films?
Yeah, just do that.
Stop being shit cunts.
Just don't be shit.
Shit. Like, just as a general thing, just don't be shit.
Don't be shit.
Level of Tory disdain when I said ethnic. Like something that we have to put up with rather than something that we're willing to accept. Is that kind of disdain? There's something that is there. We know that we have to address, but it's not like it's not what we want to talk about. that kind of tone.
Something like that. Like political viewpoints might differ, but we can still talk about films.
Mate, I'll be a fucking great politician. And now, we've been talking about budget cuts. Really excited, and obviously the economy will grow greater with the budget cuts. I'm just thinking about the new Jag fucking 7 that I'm getting. I'm like, fucking, mate, the budget cuts, we're going to be fucking greater as a nation. And the speakers be like, right, we move on to ethnicity. Like, right.
Me and Alan definitely couldn't have done that bit.
Speaker,
saying that
we have to address ethnics in the country.
Oh, shout out Glasgow, by the way. Shout out Glasgow.
What?
No, did you not see that yesterday with the immigration bans trying to remove a couple of people from Glasgow, and all the neighbours going no, sitting down and slapping it. Shout out Glasgow, fucking do it.
Free speech and all that.
Was that? Well, hang on a minute, because I missed that because I was laughing. Was that the immigration thing?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Trying to remove a Muslim family on Eid. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and everyone was just like, "Nah, mate. Nah, we're good, thanks. We're gonna just."
I like the fact that as soon as it happened, there's like Palestine flags everywhere as well. I was like,
"Do you know what? I'm going to get into politics. I'm going to do it.
Don't.
I'm going to be fucking amazing. I'll be the fucking.
know
I don't know. Nick could probably make a lot of money as the right wing grifter.
Yeah.
The one what's saying shit he doesn't actually believe, but is doing it for the money solely.
Just solely for the cash.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly why I'd be in it. Like,
I believe that.
I wouldn't care. Absolutely.
There's bad faith arguments all over the place.
You reckon
making his money.
I suppose he could be quite a good spin doctor. Like,
yeah. And then I'll play the left as well. You know what I mean? What about Jeremy Corbyn? It's tragedy, absolute tragedy that he lost to Boris Johnson. You know, but you know, Boris Johnson is still just the best political leader we've ever had. That or Tony Blair.
That's on the internet. That's actually on the internet forever,
and ever.
All we need to do is just
associated.
I mean, Mike believes it. Al believes it. We all believe
it. No, that's
I'll
not
shit in your neck, son.
I don't know what the fuck. It's in your neck. Do you know that's amongst the words that go really well together, isn't it? I'll shit in your neck. They're words that shouldn't go well together, but they really do.
It does. It's elegant.
Because it means you have to decapitate him without telling him it.
Yeah, because I will actually shit in your neck, though. I'm not going to go through your mouth. I'm just going to go straight to the neck.
Yeah. I'm going to shit in your throat, son.
It's quite precise. It's quite precise shit, though, just for it to go straight to the neck. Let's not discuss this. Let's discuss still.
I'll show you next time I see you.
You just need to get really close, like human centipede. So, like, really close.
Oh, no, apparently we're having this discussion.
Okay, go on, carry on. What were you about to say?
I think you might be right, Connor, but the fact is, it really does down in seconds.
It really does.
I mean, it would take down in seconds. Out
Can you
of context,
imagine? I was going to be. It's just going to be 4 hours of me, isn't it?
It would be 30 seconds of any of us, and then it would be removed, and we'd be banned, and that'll be it. And that would be the end of it.
Yeah,
I think you'll find I'm usually quite well. I do quite well on these. It's usually you and Alan won't make a spot.
You instigate. I feel like you said you would fucking do a motherfucking.
I never said motherfucking. I'll tell you that.
I remember.
DDT a baby.
Yeah,
I feel like there's
DDT a fucking child.
There's only one occasion I think where Linda's gone in on you. I think
I can't remember that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's literally just one occasion, and it was fucking hilarious. But obviously, but obviously, obviously, Nick's a Tory and I'm a racist, and I think she may have called you a racist at one point.
Well, you're white. I mean, so you qualify.
Obs.
You're definitely on Linda's radar. I'm not racist.
Jesus.
Oh, so she just calls me a Tory because I'm black. What? What? Am I lying?
I think you've killed him. I think he's actually dead.
I think
you're having a stroke, lad. Jesus.
Definitely going to kill me the next time
right.
She's going to kick me in my balls.
Wearing them, and you'll enjoy it.
And I'll enjoy it. That's the problem, though. That's what
she you're a sick individual, lad.
Maybe she won't kick you in your balls.
I don't think you have either, Linda. But I can't say like when you might have.
No, I feel like you have. I feel like you actually have.
Alan
just once. Just once.
I feel like I'm the best at like just skirting the subjects, whereas you two just plow fucking dick first into him. Pull that back up. Please pull that back up.
Wow.
Wild. Absolutely wild. Jeez.
No, I don't know why I put up with this amount of disrespect. Probably because I don't have a choice, and these are my numbers. So let's move on. So still water. Still water.
Oh no.
So the Alabama Jason Bourne.
Wahlberg, back in this.
The Alabama Jason Bourne. That's all I thought all the way through it.
See, I didn't even think that. Do you know that? Do you remember that Jason Statham film?
Crank. Love it.
No.
Wow.
No. The one where he's got a kid and there's like drug dealers and stuff. Now,
Sorry, Alan. We're not laughing at you, but Linda's going off.
Linda's going off.
It's pretty funny though.
Mike and Alan are racist were thinking when they read my comments.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all
I'll
getting
say
it.
that.
I mean, Linda's definitely on one today. She hasn't had a vegan protein bar or some shit. Right.
So, a
There we go.
block of butter. No, not even butter, is it? Marge. A block of Marge. That's vegan, isn't it?
Yeah. You haven't had your block of Marge.
well, yeah, it is vegan because it's only fucking plastic. So, yeah, it probably is fucking vegan, isn't it?
You say vegan food is plastic.
Well, no, but
That and
Marge is
potatoes.
plastic. Like margarine is literally a fucking a one molecule away from plastic or some shit like that. It's literally plastic.
My arteries feel great right now.
Yeah, it's literally just eat butter. Like, obviously not if you're a vegan, I get it, but just like don't have.
No,
Marge.
even if you're a vegan, eat butter because it tastes sick.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But like have a sunflower spread or something like that. Like just don't eat margarine. It's fucking disgusting.
What the fuck? What did I even say?
Yes.
Like, why?
I can't wait till you get uppercutted.
I can't
I'm
wait.
filming that shit.
I really hope I'm there as well.
I'm gonna have you banned from every Premier Battle event. I'm never going to see you
How?
again.
How are you going to do that? You're not going to do
I'm
that.
staff. Are you nuts? I do what the fuck I want.
No
Wait,
one's
Alan,
walking into a meeting and going, Nick wants to ban Linda, and everyone's going, right, okay, Linda's banned.
Alan,
no one's doing that.
Why do you think you're not going? You're not allowed to. We've already had this meeting. If I could do it with you, I could do it with Linda. All right.
Oh yeah, because Linda means as much to the scene as I do. That's definitely an equal playing field.
Fuck, Linda's just gonna roll in as well. She's gonna roll in to dig me. I feel like Linda's.
me.
This is regulated.
Me.
Oh, fucking death, mate.
Fuck's sake.
You're
You guys
definitely
were
getting
doing
kicked in the
my-
tip.
Do you know what?
Linda pulled out the Northern mate card. Like,
You know what?
you
I'm gonna
are
have a fucking hitman outside your house, Alan. And if Linda comes for me, I'm gonna tell him to open fire. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. I'm gonna tell him to open straight fire, mate. If I'm going down,
Mate.
Linda, I'll take the sacrifice. Just do it. You do it. You don't
Mate,
care
if I-
about me, Linda.
if I get hit,
Just do it.
Alan's getting taken down, not Mike though, because I actually like Mike.
I can't fucking read that at this point.
Yeah, if I can do it with you, I can do it with Linda. Is the first clip for the yeah, maybe. Oh,
I feel like if they did do an out of context, it'd be a lot of Nick and Alan on there. Just putting it out.
I feel
there.
like it's a great way to market the show. Though. Like, well done, Connor.
oh, Linda, you spelled all in capitals. I'm really going to take this seriously. Eat a fucking cabbage, man. Put a fucking cabbage in it. You shut the fuck up. I don't give a
Whoa.
fuck.
Cabbage is a good source of iron.
Is it? She needs some of
Just
it.
saying.
Fucking hell. She needs a bit of iron right in it.
Cabbage is great.
Take it
Yeah.
easy. All right?
Nick's trying to get punched. Like,
Mate,
he's
if I'm
literally trying.
If I'm going to get punched, I'm not going to be like, oh, no, Linda, don't. I'm going to fucking go out swinging. You nuts. Bring it. Fucking bring
Linda,
it.
that sounds like a threat. I think you could hit him with a bottle and get away with it now.
So Nick just said, I'm going to go out swinging. So that
Yeah.
means he
So he
knows
knows
he's
he's
going
gotta
to
go beat.
die.
Obviously, I'm going to die. There's no one debating that. Who's debating that? Who is debating that? Are you nuts? Right? I'm going to die. So if I'm going to die, let these be my last words. Linda, suck a dick.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to be going, oh, Linda, don't hurt me. Oh, I'm going to be going, suck a fucking dick would be my last words before you pull the trigger. Right? Last words of my earth on this earth.
Oh.
Look, Nick said in his last words, Linda, suck a dick. Then I'd like that to be put on my tombstone.
She's literally the only person who watches every week, lad. What the fuck are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today in memory of Nicholas E. Dixon.
Whose large words?
The E stands for idiot.
Idiot. Linda Shabupi was Linda Suckadick. I think we can all agree
Stop
that this.
saying that, bro. You like her? That's fucking what?
What? Mate, she went house on me. She went house on me. Right.
Yeah, she said just the word house. You said the expletive. That's obviously worse.
It is worse. And in fairness, Linda, it's all fun and games. I don't think she's taking.
Oh, she's going to uppercut you so hard in the dick.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not in a good place, you know, bro.
Keep on digging. It's going to be funnier when she literally like rips your head off. That'd be well funny.
Well, it's not really, is it? Because it's going to be me and you that has to pull Linda off. Because, like,
you know, I removed the eye. I don't understand. Like, why remove the eye? Why not just put bitch? Fair enough. Right, can we please get on to Stillwater?
Yes, Stillwater. So, Alabama's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Right. That's all I thought about when I was watching it. I was like, that, and he really can't do that accent that well, which is wild to say. Like, he's trying to be Southern, but every now and again you just hear that weird bit of Boston slip out. Like, I'll still watch it though, because Matt Damon, innit?
See, I don't feel like he's trying to be Southern, which is why I don't really rate it. Because I feel like he's just like, yeah, I'll get paid for this, like whatever. I've clearly stuck a beard on. I haven't grown it myself. I
like the fact that I'm not even losing weight for this fucking role.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not even going to work out or whatever. Like maybe I was in the army once, and that's probably what I look like. It's just. It looks like I said that Jason Statham film where he's got the kid in the school and the kid's like twats someone and then he's like, yeah, well, yeah, I'll twat you. My dad will beat your dad up. Like that, it feels like that kind of film.
I'd watch that film by the way because Jason Statham is the man.
Yeah, but also like, is it Abigail Breslin? Is that her name?
Who?
Is it Abigail Breslin?
I thought you said Abigail Wrestling, as in
no, Breslin.
Oh, Breslin. All right, okay.
Is that a name? Is that who the kid is? Because I feel like I've not seen her since she was like a proper little kid in films, but now she's kind of.
Who is that even?
Hang on a minute. What's it called? Stillwater. Can't spell.
To be honest, I think it's fair to say that film is pretty forgettable.
But do you know what? Do you know what I actually thought about watching it? Is imagine we think it's one film. We think it's like like every kind of middle-aged actor gets a last chance action film, like it's Taken or it's The Equalizer or whatever. But what if it turns out to be like a really good psychological thriller, like fucking Gone Girl, where the kid actually fucking did murder that bird, and he's gone through all this shit to get it out, and then it ends up being.
I'd appreciate it just because of that trailer. Like, just from that trailer, I'm thinking it is that Taken, Jason Bourne. It's just a dumb action film with an overweight, middle-aged white guy. Like, yeah, that's what I generally think of that. But when I think of it that way, I'm like, oh, I'd actually really rather watch that film.
Yeah, like that'd be fucking great if he just went through. If we went through this whole action film of him just fucking trying to get this kid out of prison,
and keep on failing, and then it's just getting worse and worse and digging a hole.
As a fucking psychopath, and she killed this bird. Then I'd be well into that, and I'd actually appreciate her not selling it that way.
I'm really hoping it goes that way. I
mean, if it did, this video's timestamped, so I fucking called it. But yeah, it is Abigail Breslin. Who's in it? So she's a great actress. He's obviously fucking fantastic.
He doesn't do many bad films. That's what I'd argue. No, he doesn't do many. Like he has got a couple of real stinkers in there. I'm not going to deny that. Like the Transformers film. Woo! All right, it's a piece of shit. But for every film like that, he's done like a Good Will Hunting.
Which Transformers film is Damon in?
The one where he plays the dad who finds the fourth. Was it the fourth one?
No, that's Wahlberg, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Have I just got him and Wahlberg mixed up?
Yeah, nah, Matt Damon ain't in a Transformers film. He ain't signing up for that shit.
No, I mean,
My guy is
up,
not about that.
To be honest, though,
that even proves it even more. He doesn't really do shit films.
That's
what I'm saying.
I'll just dead quickly go through. So you type Matt Damon in, and this is what comes up.
Go to his IMDb.
Good Will Hunting, Jason Bourne, The Martian, obviously all the other Bourne films, Ocean's 11 and all the Ocean's films. So yeah, fair enough. That might be
films, though, aren't they?
Ford versus Ferrari, The Departed, Saving Private Ryan. Obviously got a little cameo in Thor Ragnarok. The Great Wall was a shitter. That was a stinker.
What's wrong with that?
I think I managed 20 minutes of that, and then I was just like, "Whoa, this is just the wildest."
It was a perfect balance of cultures. I think it was. I think it was like very discreet.
No, we really need to move on, Nick. So Elysium was not a good film.
No, see, I don't have problems with a lot of Elysium. It's only like certain moments where it feels like shit has been cut from the film, but doesn't make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was cut though. I feel like that was like that the director, because it was the director that did District 9, wasn't it? And he just got progressively worse. And Elysium was like the third film where he just went, he kind of went off on a tangent and it just didn't work. I don't feel like it was cut by the studio.
I don't feel like it's as bad as, oh God, what was the fucking Tom Cruise film? What was about at roughly the same time? Morgan Freeman.
Oblivion.
Yeah, right. I feel like I prefer the Matt Damon to that. And I feel like the Tom Cruise film did better.
It's just Tom Cruise though, isn't it? Like with...
but you can't really say that. If you think about Tom Cruise, if you take his religious, I'm going to put big fucking heavy commas around that, his religious beliefs, and not like his cult tendencies, his religious beliefs. If you take that away from him and you look at his back catalogue, he hasn't got many, what you call out-and-out stinkers. He's got The Mummy, and I can't remember the last out-and-out stinker before that.
See, this is the problem with Tom Cruise. Like, I fucking can't stand him, but he's actually
as a person.
Yeah, but he's actually not...
If you take his religious and all that bollocks off him and just put his films up there, but I don't think you can say he's bad.
He's not that bad. Even in bad films, he's not that bad.
Vanilla Sky.
Oh, I mean, that's a piece of shit. But that's possibly that actually might be the worst film I've ever seen at the cinema. And Debbie will still blames me to this day for going and watching that film, but it wasn't even my fault.
Connor, I've never seen that film, and I don't think I'll ever see it if it's as bad as you say.
Was that not with Cameron Diaz?
I feel like that's the one because I remember
there's one on a motorbike like scene where she's shooting behind him and he's driving the motorbike because that's what he does. I remember
it from Top Gear. They both went on Top Gear at the same time because of that film, and like he broke the record, Joe, because his Tom Cruise and he has to learn how to do stunt driving for everything. Yeah. Like, fuck off, you prick! Just be a cunt and put your foot down and see how fast you can take a corner. Like, if I was in that car, I'd try and break him.
I was going to say, if I was in that car's rolling.
Yeah, like, it's not my fucking car. Yeah. I'm going to break that car.
I'm strapped in, I've got an helmet on. That car is rolling.
Yeah. Like Gambon took a wheel off, I'm trying to take 3 off. I am trying to foot that car up as soon as possible. But I'm not surprised Tom Cruise went out of his way to learn how to drive properly just so he could do well on Top Gear.
Yeah.
Not for the film, just for Top Gear. That's the kind of psycho.
It's like he can't possibly in any faction of his life, he can't possibly look anything but absolutely perfect.
I've got a grapefruit pale ale now.
Oh yeah.
What's this one?
Yes.
And by the way, still water. Can we just rate this really quickly? Because this is one of the ones I thought just looked like a piece of fucking shit. This is the film that it was just it was a waste of time watching the trailer. It'd be a waste of time watching the fucking film. Don't bother.
I would say, like, when I watched when it started, I was like, oh, it's like the what was the oil one? What he did in the Gulf? The big oil spill, the Gulf one. Deep, right?
Deep water. Deep water.
Yeah, Deep water. Deep water, right? So that was Deepwater Horizon or Deepwater Horizon. I can't fucking remember.
It might
It's a
be
piece of
Horizon,
shit, but it's
yeah.
about the Gulf fucking oil spill. So when this started with Stillwater, I was like, I know Stillwater's an oil in town. It just is. It's in the middle of fucking Texas. It's all oil. Like, so I was like, oh, we're not gonna get another fucking oil spill finger. And for this to come out at the end of it, I was like, oh, I'll probably watch it because it's a Southern American transplanted in Europe trying to deal, and well, I think it's Europe. It could also be North Africa. I'm honestly not sure because it was just French I heard, so it could be Morocco, France, anywhere around there, to be honest. But I was like, I'm by the end of the trailer, I was a little bit more excited because I feel like he could do good things because I don't really hate him as an actor, but I haven't got hopes of as a film in total. Yeah. Like I feel he'll be the saving grace of this film if there's going to be anything. And it's going to be because he's just mental. He's just tapped into like.
But yeah, so it was Deepwater Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
So that was So I remembered that wrong. So that was Nick got it right. But
that is fantastic, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, but it really is. I'm actually dead jealous about that.
What's it called?
Shark Tongue.
Oh, see, why did you not drink that when we were reviewing fucking Great White Shark? Or whatever it was called. Great White?
Because I was already drinking the stout water.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't. Don't like that film just on the name alone, Alan. I thought it'd be definitely your cup of tea. Apparently, my cup of tea as well because I'm obviously Tory.
Oh, Vicky wants to try this beer now. It's actually really, really nice though.
So
really, really good, isn't it?
Yeah, show me that. Show me that beer.
Show me that
Grapefruit.
beer.
Show me that beer.
Show me that beer.
So Vicky just said it's like ting, but with an aftertaste of ale.
That's quite nice.
Okay. Yeah,
I like ting.
I was like, a pretty solid description.
Nice,
I like ting.
Nice bit of ting.
When me and the rest of my party were travelling around Brixton, a black man gave us a ting.
Yeah, you need to move
and
on.
I quite enjoyed it. I'm trying to move on. No one lets me forget. Oh, Tory mentality. I'm just going to embrace it. What are we going to? I'm going to come up with my own kind of PM.
8.
What are you giving it? An 8.
8.
That's high.
That's my favourite beer so far.
Yeah.
Tonight, easily.
An 8. Okay, cool. All right.
Well, I've got the strawberry lager next, I feel.
I don't know if we've got any more. Do we have another trailer that we wish to talk about?
We have one more pick trailer. Of the week. And I mean, to refer to the comments earlier within the group, that I'll not go through the comments, but there are some words that go together, like I don't know, some words that really just sit on the tongue really well, like motherfucker and let me just
cunt.
Yeah, but like I'm thinking like 2 words together.
Shit cunt.
Nice. Shit cunt is a good one. Or like let's drink. That's a good one. Or Nick, lesbian nuns.
Right, I'm gonna go get a different drink. Right, I'll be back in one.
So now it's just you and me. Oh, you and I. Should my constabulary?
You and I, my bro.
My party.
Yes.
So now there was you and I. I'm gonna just ask you really politely. I'm just gonna ask you really politely. Yep. Alan, before we continue, I'm gonna ask you really politely. Don't do this.
Okay.
I know we're going to get a flurry of comments. I don't know, from one particular person that's after my blood at the moment, probably saying, Alan, do this. So you're going to do it anyways. And I really need to pee, but I can't go because I don't leave you alone. But please continue.
I'm actually not going to do this.
No, I actually want you to do this.
No, I'm not going to do it. So there was a trailer that came out this week. It is called Benedetta.
Mm-hmm.
It is a French-made film by
big fucking surprise.
By actually an acclaimed director. That's gone from doing something. Was it like a sci-fi film? Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
So it was so the director was, who was it, Mike? Just give me the director's name. Paul Verhoeven. Is that how you say his name? Verhoeven.
Yeah. Verhoeven.
So he like a really good action sci-fi director, and then he'd gone to making this really like weird period drama French film. I'd started watching the trailer, got really fucking bored because there's a lot of reading in French trailers, you know. So if you want to watch, if you want to hear about this, or if you want to imagine what this segment of the podcast would have looked like, go away, go and watch this trailer, and imagine what some of us may or may not have said, and then what you imagine may or may not have been accurate.
I'd argue it's more than likely accurate. Like, it defo is. It's not even the second twist within the trailer. The first twist, it's a nun. Oh, it's a pregnant nun with the Jesus' baby, and that isn't even the biggest twist in the trailer.
So, I mean, it looks fucking terrible. Like I say, I got a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing because there's just reading in it, but. But just if you feel like going and watching it, go and have a look at the video. Go and have a look at the trailer, and then
it'll stop you.
Make your own mind up on what was said in the private chat, and that's it. That's
it was mainly how have you gone from making RoboCop and like Starship Troopers to making a French period drama about nuns?
Yeah, so do you remember that time when people made The Favourite and it got loads of Oscar buzz and it won like loads of awards and everyone was like, "Oh, the Queen, she's fingering people," and then she's getting fingered, and then it's like someone watched that and went, "Oh, what's more taboo than the Queen getting fingered? I bet it's nuns." That's what I'll make
king,
that.
The King getting fingered, surely. Surely that's the next taboo. If he's not the Queen, it's the King, surely.
That probably is more taboo.
King George definitely got fingered. Like, therefore, by some fucking Nazi.
So, yeah.
Why do you think he died? Nazi fisting.
Jesus. So anyway, go watch the trailer if you want, and then make your own mind up. If you actually want to watch the film.
That should just be the review for the film. It's just that last 20 seconds about not actually talking and crying through telling people to watch the film.
What has happened?
You don't want to know. So go watch.
King George got fingered, apparently.
What the fuck has happened? I've literally been away for like Nazi fisting. What the fuck has happened? This is why. Do you know what? This is why I need to be on this show. It's not like I've got fucking better things to do. It's because you guys can't be trusted for like a minute. Alone.
You'd appreciate the jokes, though.
What has happened?
Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time when Nick used to be behind the camera and he was a liability?
That going out the window now that we're all on camera and getting drunk.
Look how the fucking table's turned.
You guys were always a liability. The reason why I was behind the camera is because I had some element of control. That was it.
That's not being recorded. That is what he means.
I go for a slash and we're talking about King George being fisted.
Well,
basically, to death.
Facts, Linda. Like, what happened? Literally.
It's not my fault. It was a Nazi.
Hang on a minute. let's just take a step back. As funny as this was, let's just take a step back for a second. Show me the lie.
In what? What did you say? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it back, and I'm gonna regret doing that. What did you? Al, just tell me what you said. Is this gonna have to be something that's gonna be pulled down or not?
No, but show me the lie. Like, you show me evidence that what was said.
What was
is
said?
Not actually true.
Give me the half truth.
And I will publish a public statement, that a public apology.
Better. Do you know what, guys? In statements, if someone please tell me, was what they said accurate or not? I need to know.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch
I can tell you, as a confident person, King George got fisted to death.
Definitely did.
Okay, so that's where we're at.
Yeah, basically, you left and everything really went downhill very quickly.
So everyone's agreeing.
See what I mean?
Uh,
No lie told.
That's what we do in it. Red Lion makes no apologies. We've said it on previous podcasts.
Oh, it's true.
We just don't put it out normally.
We just say things, and you know they're true. But if you disagree with them, then that's on you, innit?
How did it get to this though? Like,
well, you went to the toilet, Nick. So
and then you guys just decided to talk about kings and fisting.
Standard of our family.
You guys decided to talk about the royal family.
Show me the lie. If someone can say it didn't happen, I'll hold my hands up.
Yeah, me too. I will apologise.
If he didn't get worn like a glove, I'll apologise.
Do you know what? I'll watch it back. And to my regret, I'll watch it back. I went for a piss. How did it get to that? Like, in that time? Like, what was the momentum?
Let's do a non-skip from there.
Do you know what, Nick? When you actually get there on the show, you know, you'll actually like it.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, you'll be like, I wish I'd made that joke.
You'll be like, oh shit, that was an inappropriately timed piss. I missed that. Like that's how you'll feel about it. It's
right,
chill, you know? Right, I feel like it's time for like fucking pick of the week or something.
I don't even know.
I've got an absolutely outstanding one.
What? I've not.
Mike,
got
are
one
you
again,
saying he went
obviously.
full Kermit?
He went full Kermit.
Kermit, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, he definitely went full frog.
Kermit's a puppet, isn't there? So you open him up and then you go in.
He's quite excitable as well. He goes, "Way!"
Yeah.
It's really short though if you can do it with your hand though, and just that part. Or, unless you got really long arms.
Nah, you're getting up to the elbow on Kermit.
Right, Linda's made a good point. Pick of the week, 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 pick of the week. So, this is the end of the show, which we call Pick of the Week, and this is where we pick out our. It is the end, and unfortunately so. As much as I want to hear more about fucking royalty, more members,
I can tell you more.
Yeah,
I can tell you all the secrets.
I'm sure everyone would love to hear that.
Should hear what this one cunt called Henry did.
Wild. Wild. Man was a liability.
The man was a fat prick.
Do you know, right, he got wives, right? He married people and he was like, I'm just going to change all the rules. So then he was like, I'll create this thing called divorce. So I'll divorce him, but in then times it was like divorce was like the term meant that marriage had never actually happened in the first place. So then he was never really married because that's what divorce meant. And then, but he was like, but I actually have still been married to you, so I have to chop your head off. But he actually didn't because he'd never been married to him because that was the rule that he created, and then he still just killed him.
Yeah, basically. Welcome to a history lesson.
Madness.
So my pick of the week is Braveheart. That was historically correct, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. Of course, that's perfect.
That was brilliant.
I know. But seriously, Mad Max or Maverick.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Maverick as in the Mel Gibson Maverick film.
Yeah, shooting.
Nice.
Fucking poker playing.
I fucking love that film, you know.
Yeah. Good film.
Oh,
Good film. I forgot that film
Tombstone is the
existed.
better film.
I feel like I forgot that film existed. But it's
Most
good.
people have. But there we go. So, what is actually people's pick of the week?
What is your actual pick of the week? Is it actually
No,
one of the...
I genuinely thought it was one of them. I thought you was actually going for that. I was like, shit, Maverick was a great pick of the week.
Well, I feel like you only went to Mel Gibson because of Braveheart.
Yeah, because of Braveheart.
Yeah. I don't think they've actually given
I
us a
don't
pick
know
of the week.
if I could actually go out and go, do you know what I'm going to pick? A mental anti-Semite film. Like, I just can't do it. But I will pick, gladly, Tango and Cash.
Oh. Right. You know how much I love this film. Like, I actually love it. So I messaged you. It weren't even that long ago. Like, I was supposed to be just going to my dad's for a brew, and I messaged you saying Tango and Cash is on at my dad's. Like, I'm fucking staying. And I stayed there and I watched all the film. Me and my dad just sat there having a brew, watching Tango and Cash. It was fucking great. Love it.
Incredible. Kurt looking fit.
Mm.
Why still looking like a plasticine Eddie monster though?
Yeah, obviously.
Sometimes I forget that you're my friends, and I watch you, and I look at you both, and I'm just like, how did this happen?
Magic.
But,
it's the only thing I can actually think of.
No, I wouldn't change it for the world. Mate, good pick of the week. Really good.
Oh shit!
And to be honest, what's happening?
I picked Alan's pick of the week, and he's upset.
No, I've got 2 beers left, and we're not probably going to be on by the time I've drank both of them. So you need to pick one.
One in a nice can.
Well, they're both in nice cans.
The one in balance.
The one in the black and white and pink.
Yeah.
This right.
Yeah.
So okay. So that's a. What is it? Oh, Hazy Pale Ale. Oh, actually, that's Hazy Days. So that's definitely going to be. That's the Session IPA. Sorry, go on.
No, we're just kind of wondering what you're doing.
What's your pick of the week?
I watched the film the other day. I don't think I've done many comedies recently, so I watched a film that literally cracked me up the other day, which was Aeroplane. I think I picked it for one of my pick of the week.
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Definitely. If you've not seen Aeroplane, really great movie, kind of late 80s. Film, mid to late 80s movie. They did a sequel of it as well, which was great. And it's got some of the best quotable lines in most of. If you like things like
Naked Gun,
Naked Gun,
and
more
things
recent
like that.
ones, like Scary Movie,
it's spoof films.
Yeah, Leslie. If you like Leslie Nielsen comedies, then
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots. But you're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy this film. If you haven't seen it, why not go and watch Airplane or Airplane 2 or both? Just let us.
The first one.
Great fun. Yeah.
You just need to watch the first one.
The second one is literally just ripped up from the first one, is it? Copy and pasted.
Yeah.
I watched it the other day and I just thought, do you know what? I love this film. This film is absolutely great. Yeah. Lovely, especially in The Golden Girls. You're such an old soul, aren't you, Vicky?
I mean,
you're just such a lovely old heart. You just.
She really loves Betty White, and that's it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the rest of them, but I know it's Betty White is like king, yeah, because she's a lovely woman. Let's face it.
She really is, you know. So, see, I'm trying to think. I've just got Betty White in my head now because obviously, as per fucking usual.
Go on, Alan, read it out.
Did Alan say like Szechuan IPA, like Szechuan roast pork, from Chinese aka spicy pea.
I definitely didn't say a Szechuan IPA. Although I actually quite would like a Szechuan IPA. It's a Szechuan.
Do you know what Szechuan pepper is?
Yeah, but like I'm into that. Like a bit of spice with all this bitter.
No, but it's not like a proper spice, though, is it? It's like that weird florally thing what makes your mouth fucking numb.
But how fucking nice would that be in like a really big?
I get it in a bit.
Like
it's probably better than when you're eating like prawns.
Like if you're watching this, hang on. Magic Rock Brewery. Sorry, I was just trying to find the name. So Magic Rock Brewery. If you're watching this, like make a Szechuan IPA. I will buy that. Absolutely, 100%. This is a session IPA. But make a Szechuan one because that sounds fucking beautiful.
With a different
this is actually quite nice too, as well. It's probably like a 7. It's not great, but it's nice.
It's drinkable.
Yeah. So I don't know because I've just got Betty White stuck in my head now. So
did Betty White get her chubs out like for Playboy?
Again, another.
I'm not into that.
Mike, I keep an eye on this. Like, I feel like the bond between Vicky and Linda is definitely growing. I mean, what comes from this?
Vicky says every time I come off of like a live, like the politics one, she's like, "Linda's really smart. You seem a bit dumb."
This is definitely going to grow. Linda, but Vicky doesn't really come to many of the events, so unless I think it needs to.
Linda, tell us Vicky to come to a battle rap event
to be hosted from you.
Vicky would actually piss herself.
Get Vix down to the next one.
She would genuinely laugh.
In fairness,
I mean, obviously, I can't invite Vicky to the next one because I'm not invited.
Ever.
So
ever. But you might need to be there because I'm going to give you, Alan, the will and the deed to Red Lion after Linda one time.
You're going to give it to me?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
yes.
You're the worthy one. That shit.
You're the worthy.
He's got money. I'm fucking broke. What the fuck? I can sell that shit.
You will sell it, right? At least Alan will probably just.
£4.50.
I mean, out of both my picks, I mean, Alan's definitely the one I'd go to. No, but seriously, you guys definitely do need to meet. I think you guys will have a lot in common.
They really really do.
Yeah, no, they do. Also, the Lioness thing is not something that hasn't been discussed.
No, we have. We've discussed it.
Yeah, we've discussed it. Yeah,
a couple of weeks before the show.
Even like title and all. But we just need some. And in fairness, like all y'all are ladies. All right. So and it's not like we don't
never do that.
Don't insult people before you try to invite them to come on, right? Just don't do that, bro.
Never ever do that again.
Do what?
All y'all ladies. Like,
why not?
Because you're from London, you nail bed.
So what?
I think I'll. You broke.
I'm dead. Fucking dead. Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to.
Yes,
I'm trying to add a little bit of fucking flavour to this.
Go on, bro.
And then you guys are like, "Oh no, don't be."
Flavour is exactly what this needs.
I'm trying to drown it. This is what this needs. This needs a little bit. This is bland as shit. Fuck you guys.
Boring cunt. That's all you just said. You boring bastards.
I've not said it. I'm implying it. There's a difference.
More intelligent.
Right, come on, Alan. What's your pick of the week? Thank you, Mike.
Right, I'm going to go with something that you two will hate. Just for a fucking laugh, just for something for the audience. Nah. So I'm going Betty White. So I'm going the proposal, which is Sandra Bullock,
Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds. Betty White.
I don't hate the proposal. I don't hate the proposal.
Great film. It is a great film.
I wouldn't say it's a great film, but I don't hate it.
I especially like when the small dog gets taken away by a hawk.
Yeah.
Fucking
an osprey.
Yeah. It's such a fucking really good, really underrated film. I think it grossed the most that any rom-com had done at
that time,
in America. Yeah, I think it's the world record for just
I like the scene
making
where
the
it's
most
just America.
money.
I like the scene where
Surely,
where he's
for
talking
weddings
about
and
the-
stuff like that.
No, I feel like even if it's just America, it's still going to be worldwide because Four Weddings definitely didn't make as much as it should have, like worldwide.
Okay, what about not
Because
in England?
no fucker else got it. Yeah, but still, no one else got it.
Is
Everyone
it
was
just because I'm
like,
in England and I
"Oh,
thought
it's
everyone
just-"
watched it?
Yeah, because I think it was just like that's an England thing. But whereas with the proposal, like everyone in England went, "Oh, that's fucking actually really fucking good," and everyone across the world agreed. Whereas I don't think they got a lot of like Four Weddings. They just didn't get it.
Yeah, but it's
everywhere
still,
Yeah, but at least with Four Weddings,
It
we
was
got
popular.
that 6 song out of it.
I liked
It was-
in the proposal where he's describing. I've seen it a couple of times, and I don't hate that film. To be honest, actually, I think
Love it.
Ryan Reynolds was quite funny in it. But it was a bit the scene that made me laugh. The scene like up until the point where it was actually just a standard rom-com. I like the bit where he's describing, because he's got a room and they're kind of, full of his family members, a couple of tough guys that are in there, and he's trying to describe how he was like proposed to her. So he's trying to make it look like kind of like a John Wayne type of thing. So it's like, so I, kind of just went up to her and had a glass of whiskey and shit like that. And she's like, and he was on, and she kind of counteracts this, and she goes, he put like rose petals all over the floor, and he was on his knees. And it was like, I was standing up tough. She goes, no. He was on his knees, tears in his eyes. He was like, I was like a man, like, just literally battering it back, and I was like, "Mate, that is fucking disgraceful," but it's hilarious. And it was probably one of the funniest. This is when I thought, actually, this guy's quite funny. I didn't think he was funny in the fucking Wolverine movie. I hadn't seen him in much else. But I thought this guy,
Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place was the place where I saw him.
Exactly the same as me, Mike. So straight away, the first thing I saw Ryan Reynolds in when he was a kid, I was just like, this guy's a superstar. Whereas Vicky, probably the same as you.
Oh, Van Wilder.
Watched this. I feel like the proposal
Van Wilder was before the proposal. Look
yeah,
how
but
young he is in it.
I don't think she liked him in Van Wilder, though. I think she liked him in the proposal because he was with Betty White, and then she found out that him and Betty White were friends, and then that made her like him.
I think he only started liking Ryan Reynolds in the last 6 months. Before then, she always thought he looked like he had a small penis.
Which, so what? If you're that fucking good looking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But that was literally what she used to say. He looks like he's got a tiny penis. And I was like, I relate, bro.
Because I'm that good looking, and you can't have everything.
But I have, but it don't matter. And the full package, lads. Look at
the whole package.
Yeah.
Right.
Two balls on a cock. Full package.
Nice.
So like it's supposed to be.
You're
good to know.
Over when you get going, aren't you, mate?
Yeah. Smooth.
Right. Okay. Let's.
Like a fucking blunt force hammer. Right, what's your pick, Nick?
I said my.
You've done it, Anna.
I've already done my.
What was it? Oh yeah, airplane. Sorry, I don't care.
Oh no, it was airplane. Actually, wasn't so much shit. My gut reaction just went with
something shit.
It actually wasn't. I actually love that film, so I'll take it all back.
When's my ever been shit?
I'm sorry. I just. It was just like a knee jerk reaction.
In all fairness, it's usually me what picks the shit film. Like I purposely go out of my way to make sure I pick the worst film out of all.
I appreciate that though.
That is true. Yeah. So Alan, you can go.
And I think I've done it again today.
Yeah, go fuck.
Do you know, like I said, I didn't have a quiz.
You definitely got a quiz.
I definitely had a question.
You asked the question before.
No, but it's not going to be quick though.
Oh, fuck's sake!
So we can do it now, or I can say.
Will you remember?
I'm talking. Yeah, I'll definitely remember. When I say the question, you'll know why I'll remember. But
just make sense of the question. Just fuck it.
So we can do half an hour now, or we can just fuck off.
No, just do it. Just do it. Fuck it.
You'd be surprised how efficient I am at answering questions these days.
Yeah, I don't know if you will with that. So
you got told.
with with
just
Marvel,
like,
fucking fat spaz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've got this question for it.
ain't it? Ain't it? So
Wow.
Defo implied it though, didn't it? Like,
because I obviously value your opinion, the two of you. And
as one person.
no, when you actually hear the question, you'll realise that I actually do value your opinion. So you know how much I love this franchise, and you know how much I'm looking forward to this film. So Marvel obviously have said for a while they're going to make a Fantastic Four film.
Yes.
It's been rumoured that obviously John Krasinski and Emily Blunt would play Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm.
Mrs. Yeah.
I don't actually. I'd like John Krasinski. I wouldn't maybe want Emily Blunt.
I get why you wouldn't.
Yet. I don't know yet. But I want to know who you would put, just off the top of your head, who you would put in the 4 roles. Oh, well, 5 roles actually, because the villain's definitely going to be Doom. So
Ezra Miller as Finger, Johnny Storm.
Oh,
Don't know why. I just feel like that's a decent fit. Ron Perlman as the Thing.
okay.
Christopher Walken as Mr. Fantastic.
Jesus, this is so. I mean,
And Bette Midler.
I mean, the level of acting is all over the place.
Christopher Walken.
No,
obviously not really Christopher Walken. I just wanted to play him and give him a role, didn't it?
Maybe Doctor Doom. You play an interesting Doctor Doom.
So, Joey, I feel it would play a really interesting Doctor Doom. Oh, what's his fucking name from The Office? Vicky. The guy who plays Michael Scott. Come on, everyone knows him. The lead from The Office.
Jesus Christ. Steve Carell.
Yes, yeah, I'd have Steve Carell playing Doctor Doom.
Really?
I think it. Yeah,
I mean, he can do serious. He can
do serious. He can do kind of scary if you've watched like Foxcatcher. Like he can do that menacing thing, and if you put a big cover over his face anyway, you just need someone who's got a big voice performance. Yeah, I'd be quite happy as an outside of the box because he's a slightly older gentleman, which I feel like Doctor Doom needs to be. I just do. Like, I feel like that's a decent pick. And also, Michael Keaton.
Linda just wanted to get the spelling correct. She was just like, I don't know how you spell it.
One of them.
One of these. Probably.
Yeah, it'd be either him or Michael Keaton.
Linda red lioned it in the comments.
So him or Michael Keaton as Doctor Doom. Because I feel like both of them, roughly, I think Michael Keaton might be a little bit older, like 10 years older.
Yeah.
So it depends on your age range you need. Mr. Fantastic, Jesus. I think Wahlberg, not Wahlberg, fucking hell. No. Damon could probably do a decent job.
I felt sick then for a second. Right, okay.
Yeah, literally because of our conversation before. Literally because of our conversation before. But I think Damon could probably do a decent enough job as that. But because there's that many people used within the MCU what I would like to have seen in different roles. Like I don't know. Like I think Benedict Cumberbatch would have been a really, really good Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, agreed. He really would. That, in fact, that's what I was thinking.
But I feel like he probably is the better cast as Doctor Strange. Like, I would like to see Tom Hardy as Wolverine.
Really well, yeah.
Like, I'd like to see Tom Hardy as Wolverine, but Mr. Fantastic. J.K. Simmons, maybe.
Oh, that's going old though.
Yeah, I mean, like you'd have to be like. See, I don't know how old I would like to cast the Fantastic Four, though. Joe, for him to work as a unit.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of along the same lines as you, where I'd go quite old.
Yeah.
Like quite old, with because I'd have gone with Pfeiffer as Sue Storm.
Yeah, I get that.
But obviously she's gone. She's in Ant-Man now, so we can't,
Ant-Man.
because she's Janet Payne, isn't she? So, but I would have gone Pfeiffer for Sue Storm, and I would have gone old.
Oh,
You would have gone old.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
You would have gone like
would bang in that role.
You would have
gone Charlize Theron would bang in that role.
Yeah, Charlize Theron really would actually, But yeah, I'd have gone Pfeiffer, Stephen Lang.
Oh, Stephen Lang is a fucking great shout, actually. Yeah. Jesus Christ, how did I think of him?
I'd have gone Pfeiffer and Lang, and then you can pretty much cast anyone as the Thing as long as they've got like an old gravelly voice. So like a Brolin or someone. I know Brolin's obviously taken, but like someone like that who's got a really kind of, like a Tommy Lee Jones.
That's why I picked. That's why I picked Perlman. He might be too big for the role, but I think his voice as a voice actor would really work within that.
But Tommy Lee Jones would be great.
Really good, but only as a voice actor though. You couldn't have him.
You can't have him for mocap, but you just get someone really fucking big, some big massive as the.
See, that's why I think Perlman would work. Like, you don't need to put that cunt into anything. He's just a fucking unit, and like he's massive.
And then for Johnny Storm, I'd go someone like a Viggo Mortensen or someone like that. Like
that's a lot older than I would have.
Yeah, so because obviously Johnny's like a little bit, because Johnny's quite a little bit younger than Sue, but so there's that difference between Pfeiffer and Mortensen, but it's not massively
I actually think Viggo might be slightly older, to be honest.
Probably, but he looks a little younger
than Pfeiffer.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No,
Viggo looked fucking ancient in fucking A History of Violence. Like, he looked old in that film.
I think that's because of the way that his makeup's done and stuff like that.
Okay, so even Eastern Promises,
ageless.
Like Eastern Promises is what, a good 10 years after that. Like, and then he's still looking old. You're not making that guy look younger than Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't think it's possible.
But I'd go with someone like that and take Johnny Storm to like a darker level.
Josh Hartnett, there you go. That's the age range I'll go. Josh Hartnett, age range.
Your wife's going to really like you tonight.
I know. That's why we're doing this. We're about to finish, isn't it?
That's all you're doing it for, mate. He's just going to get.
Well, I mean, I agree with obviously, I said when we was talking about WandaVision, I really wanted Krasinski to show up in an episode. I really wanted that. I wouldn't be mad about Emily Blunt being Sue Storm. I'd be fucking over the moon because she is absolutely everything. It's just not the way I would cast it.
We're gonna have this up, and we're gonna have your last sentence saying that's not the way I would cast it up.
Let's see. So in the last the last Fantastic Four, we had Michael B. Jordan playing
great.
So
loved him.
Right. So it doesn't matter about the race of the character. It just matters how fucking mentally compass the director is. If he wants to be making that film, he'll probably make a good film. But
if Josh Trank could have made the film that he wanted to make, that would have been a fucking great film. But unfortunately, the studio got far too involved.
Don't know that. We would have definitely.
No, we know that.
We just know that it's going to be a better film than what we got.
A better film than it was. We can't say it's going to be a class.
You don't know it's going to be a great film. I feel like the problem with the Fantastic Four, and the only skepticism I have with this is Fantastic Four is great. That it's great as a fucking comic because you can follow their story, follow their adventure.
This is my issue with it. I've talked to Alan about this for ages. I don't feel it transferring over to the medium well. Superman, to me, dry as fuck, doesn't transfer well until Snyder's version.
Agreed.
That's what I feel with that. You'd have to break what we know of the characters to make them interesting.
So,
if that makes sense.
So, Mike, of all the people that you work with, who's probably the most intelligent person that you work with?
Mate, the reason why the Snyder's version works well is because he broke the rules of Superman.
Yeah.
Is the only reason, and the only reason that the Fantastic Four is going to work well is because it is if they break the rules. The characters altogether are not great, right? They
are part of a team that work together great. The X-Men were it's the same thing, isn't it?
You're not gonna fucking there's not going to be enough time to portray this relationship. It's just going to be they don't have the powers, they do have the powers, they fucking get it, they fight Doctor Doom. It's going to be the same fucking bullshit. There needs to be a time where we appreciate them as a family, as friends, who they are up until the point where they get their families, their powers, and then beyond. So it needs to. The only way this is going to work as live action is if it works as a fucking series. That's the only way.
See, that's the thing though, because I don't want them to come into it with, oh, they've just got their powers. It's Marvel's first family. So
I didn't say they've just got their powers. I mean, it needs to be before. You need to see them just working as a team. So as a unit, so as a family, as friends, before they get their powers, to the point where they get their powers, and then what happens afterwards. Because the thing that we're going to appreciate is the human element on the aspect of them. That's what we're going to enjoy.
Yeah, but that's it. That's what I mean, though. I don't want an origin story. I want them to Spider-Man it, and just go. We've always had these powers, and we've always been out there, and we've always been fighting shit, or we've been just low key, just figuring shit out. And we're just here, or they pull them from a multiverse and go. Well, you know what? You've been working for 20 years over there doing your shit all as a unit, and now you need to just do this in our universe.
It's hard to appreciate people that come from another universe or people that have already been doing shit because you don't feel like you've been on their journey. The
Venom thing we was talking about before.
Yeah, when you pull someone out and get them straight into a story. Without having known where they come from, you just appreciate they're the Fantastic Four. Very nice Spider-Man. We've seen this fucking variation 3 times, man. So we already know.
Yeah, with Fantastic Four, to be honest, as well.
Exactly. But at the same time, he's not at his peak. If we've seen Fantastic Four at the end, elderly, you know what I mean, like mature of what they're doing, we feel like we've missed out on some great shit. So as an audience, we feel like we're trying to catch up on shit that we don't know, rather than the fact that we've been through a journey with them.
I think it depends on what you want the Fantastic Four to do within the MCU. If you want them just to be a delivery system for mutants, and that's it, you only need them as old, and they're only going to be there for one 10-year franchise, you probably can get away with them being older because you've got everything else. Like you can say that they've been scientists up until being 60, and that's when this shit had happened. Because he's got grey hair and shit like that in the comics, and I'm sure there is an older version of the comic, when they are slightly older.
They're well over middle-aged, over. Like Vicky's
just also
family, like I've just said to Nick, they're like in their 40s, knocking on 50 before they get to the cinematic universe.
Vicky wants Joe Maglianerio or whatever he's fucking called to be the thing.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, that's the guy. That the big fucking hunking cunt.
Yeah, he's Deathstroke, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Joe Manganiello is the thing. I don't know that he sounds hard enough.
I don't think his voice is deep enough. He has got quite a deep, gravelly voice, and he is a really big cunt. But in my head, I need it to be almost raspy. With it being the thing,
gravelly. He's made of rock.
It needs to sound like the thing from the Never-Ending Story, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's what it needs to sound like.
I don't think
not the big flying dog, like the actual gravel thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to appreciate the Fantastic Four as an elderly family. I feel like I'm going to.
We're not about elderly.
Yeah, no, but you said way past. No, but you said, but Alan used the term way past their fucking pick. Even if they're there to kind of pave the way for what's to come in regards to mutants, fair enough if they're going to do this. But at the same time, I still don't feel like this family has been done justice on live action. I feel like I want to see these guys. I want to be in it from the start. But they need to do this once successfully first, and then I'll be happy to see them. They can, but they need to start. They need to start right at the beginning. The problem is, it's a big story to tell in such a little time. I mean, the thing is, people will argue fucking Infinity Wars. We're looking at loads of different characters.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I mean, I'm on about we've had 20 years of cinema and they've never been mentioned, and then to say that they're we're just getting in at the start when we know that they're middle-aged. So at least when they got the powers
Mate,
anyway.
These guys are good writers, and they can tie in the story.
No,
Man.
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
If you did
There's
it
a way of doing it.
a
There's a way.
prequel into the past as the start, and then they buy
but
the old
as a
power.
series,
I get that.
Exactly, but even in Endgame, all right. So when we saw what's the fucking Doctor Strange Oracle woman called? I mean, she was there in
The ancient one.
Yeah, the ancient one. So she was there in Avengers Assemble, right? But she was just in another part of New York, fucking smashing down the fucking aliens that were coming in. But we just didn't see her. She was just that. But we saw that in Endgame. Why not just have that another part of the fucking universe, another part of the world? These guys are just existing. All right, but while all this shit is happening first, we saw her in Endgame, in fucking Avengers Assemble. Why not just have something similar?
So we could do that.
Well, of course, it could happen, but I feel like for them to be paid the homage that they deserve, and for us to understand the art they deserve, they need to be given time, and we need to grow to enjoy them as a character, like each characters, the complexities. And the only thing that I think it can be done is like a series. I think Disney Plus is literally the best platform for it. I think it needs to be done like a series. I think it needs to be done over time, and for us to love the family first, them get their powers, maybe even at the end of season 1, and then see how they cope with them in the end of season 2, and then them become great in season 3. Even that transition is something that I would appreciate as long as it's told correctly. Mike, on me.
I've switched my mic over. I thought I'd do it before we finish. Is everyone getting my echo?
No, not now. No, not now. Yeah, I am.
Now that, yeah.
So is everyone in the comments getting an echo? I'll switch it back if everyone is. I just wanted to double check because everyone's pissed.
I'm not. No, I've only had a couple of beers. That's something that's a problem with this episode. I'm far too sober for it.
We're not getting an echo from you. We're getting an echo from me and Nick. That's what's weird.
I wonder if it's just on our recording or if it's on. That's why I said I wanted to try. It on. That's why I said if anyone's in the comments can tell us if they're hearing.
Oh, Vicky, your Vic just said sounds not right.
There we go.
Echo. But I'm pissed. You're definitely not hearing us twice, Linda, just because you're pissed. So, Nick, who you casting then?
I don't really know, man. It's like for this, I don't know where I'd go with it. I don't know who I'd start with it. I don't know who I'd feel confident playing it. I feel like the cast for the first Fantastic Four should have been fine. You know what I mean? It should have been okay. It should have worked, but it just didn't because once again they tried to fill a lot of shit in a small amount of time in an age that we weren't ready to see those, their powers given justice on the screen. I would definitely. Do you know who I would give? I would give like someone like Riz Ahmed or something, Dr. Doom. I know that for certain.
Okay.
Because I think he'd be a great Dr. Doom. Johnny Storm, I don't know. Fuck me. I don't know. Someone with the kind of personality, I don't know, maybe Shia LaBeouf. Someone with that kind of
I get that casting. I genuinely get that casting.
I think he would
he's
do
a bit of an arsehole.
He's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a dick. But at the same time, he'd be able to pull that. He's a great actor, and he'd be able to pull that. He'd be able to pull that.
He is. Yeah,
he'd be able to pull that that character off quite well. As our Sue Storm, I would probably say. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like the thing is, because she's an intelligent, strong woman, and she's very independent. She's very much, everyone says that fucking Mr. Fantastic's the leader, but she's definitely come across as the leader so much more. She's so much more intelligent than him, and it needs to be someone that can portray that. But it's also, it's like it's going to sound so fucking stereotypical, but beautiful and strong. But it's the truth. That's who she is. It's just, it's just who she is. They say, what did they say? Like Stanley said, it was an irony that she was invisible. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not too sure. I don't know in this day and age. I'm not too sure who I'd give.
AOC.
Nice.
AOC should definitely play her.
I don't
She's
know.
from New
guys.
York.
I
It'll
don't know.
fit.
I think I need time on this casting, to be honest, because if I was to do these guys as the Fantastic Four, then this would be my forever Fantastic Four.
Right. So should we do this instead then?
Go on.
So instead of what we've just said, here's your assignment for next week. Cast the Fantastic Four, but also cast X-Men.
Well, all of them. I mean, we were talking about
How many characters?
We're talking.
Yeah, I mean, like,
core,
what the fuck?
so I'll text you later, but we're talking core X-Men. So we're talking Wolverine, Cyclops.
You do know the core X-Men changes though in the comics, though.
Yeah, but I'm going cartoon 1990s.
Okay.
So we're going Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm, Wolverine, Jubilee, Rogue.
Oh shit! I forgot about Mrs. Storm. John Hamm.
For Mr. Fantastic or Johnny Storm?
No, for Mr. Fantastic.
Oh no, I hate him.
Mr. Storm.
He's mint.
Oh no, I hate him.
He's built like a brick shithouse. If I'm making that film, I'm making it as 90s as possible. So I need him to look like a block.
He does look like a block.
I'm going to pack this film up with I'll do the X-Men challenge. You guys do it at home as well. For those of you watching, do the X-Men challenge. You've got the list there. So basically, the cast from X-Men 1 live action film. Basically, those guys.
Yeah. So
exactly.
Storm, Rogue, Cyclops, Jean Grey. We can go Xavier and Magneto. Wolverine. Jubilee. That's essentially the main.
Jubilee in the first film.
No, that's essentially the main cast from the 1990s fucking cartoon, which is better than all of the films. Which is well better than all of the films. And Gambit. Go for Gambit as well.
Oh,
I was going to say Gambit is my favourite anyway.
The reason why Gambit's your favourite is because Gambit is the best. That's simply it.
Yeah, but I don't want to see no Channing Tatums. Don't be throwing no Channing Tatums into.
Mate, there's only one person that would put Channing Tatum in this film. We're talking to him, bro. What are you talking about?
Nah, it's not.
Mate, you're the only one that puts. What do you mean? Nah, you're the only one that. Mate, let's talk about your Mortal Kombat. Let's talk about your Mortal Kombat class for 2 seconds, bro.
Channing Tatum was actually fucking cast as Gambit. I'm pretty sure.
After the guy from Friday Night Lights got fired after Wolverine Origins.
I am pretty sure he is still locked into a contract.
Mate, he cannot be. He cannot be Gambit.
We had Taylor Kitsch.
He cannot be Gambit.
Him out for fucking Channing.
He looked like Gambit as well.
He cannot.
Taylor Kitsch looks like Gambit.
Channing Tatum cannot be Gambit.
No, but he.
I'm just saying
was
that
he
cannot. He cannot be Gambit.
Was going to be.
Well,
I reckon I could play a better Gambit. To be honest,
you could play a better Gambit. He can play a better Gambit.
Can you do a Cajun accent though?
I don't need to.
Facts. He just has to stand there and dash cards at people's face.
Exactly.
What are you on about? What are you on about?
I'd be like the silent gunslinger. Right, so silent gunslinger, but with cards.
With cards. Just dash a fucking card in someone's face. Done. Or a packet of cards. Don't even open it. Just a packet of cards.
Just throw a bottle at some cunt.
Just bottle someone. In fact, it won't actually be you. It won't actually be you being Gambit. It will just be you, Mike, bottling someone. Yeah. And it will have nothing to do with X-Men. It will just be you in a bar, just smashing.
20 minutes of me just bottling people,
just throwing shit, just slinging shit.
The more we discuss
to explode.
Yeah, exactly. The more we discuss this, the more we kind of lean away from an X-Man film and more to just you abusing the general public by just smashing bottles over their heads. It's pretty much what you're trying to say.
But yeah. So anyway,
I've watched enough westerns to know that makes money. I
will text you boys later. I genuinely want like a full cast.
The fuck is
genuine cast?
But you're not my CEO.
Genuine. No,
mate, I'll do it, mate.
I want it.
Bro,
so if I cast Nicolas Cage as Magneto, you can't pull your face.
No, I definitely
because he'd make a genius.
If you want to make Nicolas Cage Magneto, like he would just be magnetic. He would just make himself. He'd just be like he'd just surround himself with electromagnetic stuff all day long, so that he became
Nick
magnetic.
Cage as
Magneto. and then
brilliant. No one can deny that.
Kurt as Xavier. Shave his head with his little pea head.
Jesus.
Buzzing.
Only you can see this.
Can you imagine how small his head would look without that mullet?
Isn't it, man? Tiny. Like a tiny little pea head. Yes, I would definitely have Nicolas Cage as every single character.
Including Jean Grey.
Including Jean Grey.
The Beast, Jean Grey, Jubilee, Nightcrawler.
All right.
All of them.
All right.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage.
You're not behind camera now, lads.
Girl. Yeah.
Right.
You're not behind camera now, lad.
Right, we're done. We're done here. We're done. All right, guys. Thank you so much for Why do you guys? Do you know what? Last week we hit like a fucking record amount of numbers.
4.5.
Most people would be 4.5 people watched it. Yeah. And most of these, and I know what
that is your best joke. That is your best joke ever. And I was looking at it and thinking, Joe, this is really good, but what the fuck, man? These guys are just watching us talk for 3 hours. But one thing that I'm supposed to say as a professional that Alan's trying to try out at the moment, trying to be professional, is thank you guys so much for tuning in every week and listening to us talk bullshit and putting out with our fucking random comments and all this bullshit. Guys, make sure that you're checking out what's politicking you off as well. You've probably seen the very colourful long-haired Linda in some of the comments today, and she's absolutely amazing. She's very intelligent. She's what the Pod of Mercy podcast, which Mike is now featuring on. If you didn't hear us before, make sure you check that on YouTube. It's also there's also different like snaps of it on Instagram and Facebook and things like that as well. So make sure that you double check that. And what's politicking you on is on tomorrow at 3:00. Am I right, Mike? On
Yes.
Sarcasm City. What are you doing?
Whatever I want.
Right, okay, cool. So I feel like Mike is just getting this out of the way before he starts talking politics tomorrow, which is great.
I'm just putting out my shit.
Yeah, fantastic. Guys, obviously we can do this without obviously the support. Now don't sweet talk me now, Tori, you're still getting punched. Mate, bring it. Oh, Linda. Oh. Do you know what? But anyway, I mean, to be honest, I mean, you're talking to me. For me, that's foreplay. Guys, we couldn't do this without your support. We couldn't do this without your liking and sharing, subscribing, and following us every single week as well. We love to have jokes. We like to talk our shit, but obviously we do appreciate that you guys are following us and actually supporting what we're trying to do here. The fact that YouTube haven't taken us down at the moment is nothing but a godsend, but nevertheless, we'll keep on doing this as long as we can be put on this fucking channel. So fuck it, we're just going to talk our shit.
As long as they allow racists on the internet, we're all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we're good for our eternity then. And
that's why Alan's here. So guys, thank you very much for tuning into the Red Line. I've been Nick, that's Mike, Alan the Talent. Catch us next week. Catch what's politicking you off tomorrow. Peace. Safe.
3:00.